T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Yes, we're here at the Trigger Warning Show, and I can't believe it's Christmas. What's happened to this year? We're already getting towards the end of it, where we get to celebrate and see friends and get drunk and pretend we like our family and spend time with them. So we're going to discuss Christmas today. Well, some Christmas movies and some Christmas songs, and it's good to see some people already in the chat there for this lovely celebration. Hello, Polly. How are you?
I'm very well.
Merry
Thank you
Christmas.
for having me.
Hello, Price. Merry Christmas to you all the way over in the home of Christmas, New York.
Oh, yes. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Growing up, it felt like that's where Christmas actually happened with all the Christmas movies, that there were so many of them set in New York with the snow falling. It seemed very exciting living in Australia, riding a kangaroo around, what it was like on the other side of the world.
Well, we have the whole Rockefeller Center thing where they do the ice skating in the tree, and usually...
And the Rockettes.
And the
Don't you have the
Rockettes.
Rockettes?
Maybe they don't do that anymore. Do you still do
Yes,
that?
I don't really see them, but I the ice in the tree, that I usually see.
Yes, well, Elf, that's a whole scene in Elf where he goes to see the big tree. I'd like to see that tree. They bring in a real tree, don't they? It's not fake. It's a real one,
They
isn't it?
do, and it's a huge tree. I mean, I haven't seen it. I don't know if they already set it up this year. Over the years, I also go less to look at it, but I mean, they used to bring really, really big trees, like the biggest tree you could think of.
Where are they getting that tree from?
I
Price's
always wondered.
backyard.
They probably went to the Amazon rainforest and took it away from them.
Had to remove all the orangutans that were living in there. I don't know, is that where
Merry
orangutans
Christmas,
come
everybody,
from?
except their orangutans.
The Christmas orangutan. Speaking of Christmas, we've got a lovely message here from Gary Busey. He sent us personally a Christmas message for the show.
That's nice. Great.
Yeah, I love Gary. So let's just check out his Christmas message.
Hey, it's Gary Busey, and I have got a great Christmas present for you. Listen to this. Oh! Oh! That's what a goose sounds like when they're flying.
Merry Christmas.
To let you know they're up there. Honk! Honk! You get a bunch of geese together. Honk, honk, honk. They're honking in the air. Hey, it's Gary.
Yes, Gary.
I was really worried that where that was going to go. This is the sound they make when.
Poor Gary, that motorbike accident. He's never quite been the
Wow.
same, has he? He's.
I didn't recognise
They
him.
should maybe take away his devices to be able to talk to people. And
He had an accident?
No.
don't you know about his motorbike accident?
No, I just thought he was always weird.
No. The legend, the best villain in any film in the 80s and 90s, just ate up the screen. I love that guy. No, in the I should check out the date. It was it the 90s, the 2000s? He came off his motorbike without a helmet and slammed his head straight into the the sidewalk, into the what we
Oh,
call the
boy.
footpath, into the gutter there. That's why one eye's inches below the other eye now. He smashed his head. I'm surprised he survived, but he's never quite been the same since. So it's we shouldn't laugh. I love him. That was just his
Yeah.
Christmas message.
Why was that his
I
Christmas
don't know.
message?
I don't know
The
why that
sound
was
of
his,
a goose.
Yeah, well, that was his Christmas gift. But I love him. Predator 2, he's just amazing in that film. He's amazing in every film he was in. He was just had such presence. But yes, kids,
Thank you for that gift, Gary.
don't ride your Christmas motorbike without a helmet. Have you ever had a motorbike, Price?
No, for that exact reason. I knew people, when I was a teenager, I knew some people that were getting motorcycles, and I steered away from it.
Yes, I want my legs too much.
Literally steered. Mm.
Yeah, no, but the reason for it is that it's too risky in my opinion. It's just that the risk outweighs the benefit.
And yes, they are thrilling, but they do scare me a bit because of Gary Busey. The other thing I wanted to mention before we get on with the show is that we lost a legend this week. We lost Gil Gerard, Mr. Buck Rogers himself. Were you a Buck Rogers fan, Price?
I can't say that I was a big Buck Rogers fan. I watched it before. It's not that I didn't like it. I just never got around to watching the entire series. I've seen maybe a few episodes many years ago, but I'm not connected to it in a way that some people are.
I've never watched it.
What?
I'm sorry.
He look at him, just magnificent. He there was a whole generation of guys that were definitely straight after watching that show. It was quite the feast. It taught us a lot about being a man, getting around in your leather gear, and having very attractive women in tight clothing
Lycra,
everywhere.
yeah.
Yes, so he does feature when we do mailbags. His dancing features in the intro to Robot Head's Big Mailbags.
Yes.
So he was 70s man, wasn't he? 70s, 80 man. But he wasn't in much besides Buck Rogers of the 21st century. But it was a great show to watch as a young boy. It just made you all fuzzy on the inside. It was tingle time. I couldn't tell you what one episode was about, to be honest.
I didn't think you needed to know by the sound of it.
No. But talking about him this week, well, we'll go into the mailbag to see his beautiful dancing because we've got some mail from the fans, which is great to hear. But first of all, someone sent me this just to take us into mailbag.
My name is Fuck Rogers. My name is Fuck Rogers.
He's got the biggest bags in town, the fullest bags around. He once slammed them in a door. They drag across the floor. They're full of all the good stuff. Just don't you be too rough. With Robot Head's big mail bags. It's mail time, bitch.
It is mail time again, bitch. And seeing Gil there dancing away, what a legend. Even though I've stolen his body to make out that I'm cool. And
Well, he still lives on.
He does live
Yeah.
on under my helmet. What he always wanted, to be under my helmet. Oh, what would we do without the humour of Australia? I don't know. It's just it's gold. It's gold. Now we've got some mail, I believe.
Yeah,
Polly.
you've got some mail, yeah. You've got one from Argobot, the Headless Mando. Good day, Sir
The
Robot.
Headless Mando.
Yes, that's his name, the Headless Mando.
Cool speed.
He says, good day, Sir Robot H. Ed. Hasn't this Ray movie been like 4 to 5 years in the making now? And by in the making, I of course mean a queef on the wind floating between the thighs of producers, scriptwriters, and back into KK's nostrils. Would it be better odds to bet for it or against it?
The queef and the wind. Did you know what a queef was, Polly?
No, I had to look that up.
Isn't that when the can I say
Here
a
we
bad
go.
word?
Here we go. Yes, Price, go for it.
It's when the vagina makes this kind of noise. It releases air or something.
Yes, unfortunately, I know that now.
Using the word vagina made it seem even weirder.
I was trying to find a way to do this in like a YouTube-friendly way.
Yes. Well, I've forgotten what the question
did you
was.
catch
'cause
the
I just
question?
liked the question so much.
Hasn't this Ray movie been like 4 to 5 years in the making
Oh,
now?
this Ray movie's never ever. I feel sorry for Daisy because she's fine. Like she's not a mean person, and Daisy Ridley I'm talking about, and but they keep like wheeling her out. They even took her on stage, last year to talk about the Ray movie. In every interview, she gets asked about it. It's never
Because
happening.
they're still not sure, are they? They just keep testing the water by throwing her in front of a group of people and seeing what they say, see how they react, whether they're going to do it or not.
I have a theory. That, and I have no way to prove it. I think that maybe before announcing that she was going to do it, maybe they had to pay some money. Meaning, I'm not saying she's gotten the full amount of money to be in the movie, but if I had to guess, somebody told her that in order to make that announcement, they'll give her, let's say, 20% or a quarter of the fee or something like that. Let's say she gets $1 million. She goes on stage, she talks, whatever, and maybe they'll make the movie and maybe they won't.
Yeah.
Because otherwise...
I think so. I think that's it.
I would believe that if her career had taken off. But I think half her day spent staring at the phone, waiting for it to ring from Disney.
It's all resting on this.
So
Yeah.
I think she'd go out there for free personally. I think she so badly wants this film to happen. But I also wouldn't be surprised the way they blow money at Disney that they would think nothing to pay her to do that.
Well, if I'm her agent, okay, if I'm her manager and agent, and this is the only thing I can say that I have some experience with, which I shouldn't say that I do, but I do. I've never been the manager or an agent or anything for somebody that high profile in that sense. But I'm saying that if you have a client and they do one thing that somebody wants, meaning Star Wars is the thing that you're going to get the phone call for. Even if that trilogy sucked, it's still, you can look at the box office, see the numbers. You understand that she has value to Lucasfilm. So if you're her manager and agent and you're getting that call from Kathleen Kennedy, I don't think you're sending her out there without anything. You have to get a check to do something. Something has to be deposited in some bank account somewhere, in my opinion, unless it's like full desperation, like you've said. But I don't think so. I think somebody had to pay money.
But she could have just been locked into all of this from the first 3 movies, which I bet she was. Part of the contract was to lock her into any sort of promotion and future films, and so
that's possible. That is,
yeah.
You know what? I'll give you that. That could be a possibility. That if they're smart, they put something into that contract that if there's any future project, she would have to be a part. That's very, very clever.
Contract.
You wonder what Kathleen does at work every day, for all its faults, like Marvel pump out content like there's no tomorrow. But 6 years since the last movie, we've talked about this. The next movie's the Mando movie. That's just a season of the show. And then what's the other film they got with Ryan Gosling, is it? That's in it?
Starfighter.
Starfighter. Just came out of nowhere because he's popular. They saw the Barbie film and went, let's take him and do something with him. It's all so weird. They may as well, why not do the Ray movie? I could use the views on YouTube for the reviews, but why not do it? It's like, why did they say no to the Ben Solo one? I get it. We get it in our sphere.
Yeah.
That it's all shit, but they don't seem to get it, and they just keep talking about it. Why don't they just fucking do it? It's all so odd to me.
Well, the Ben Solo one, I think the reason why is that at that point they were already losing money and losing faith in all those Star Wars movies. And after that, Bob Iger, basically pulled the plug on Star Wars movies. So maybe that Ben Solo movie, that was like a casualty of that whole situation. But when it comes to Ryan Gosling, I think he's kind of overrated. I don't think he's the draw that people think that he is. He was in Barbie, but Barbie was a movie that sold itself. All the women in the world that played with Barbie as a kid, they made a movie that was Barbie. It had all the pink marketing. They chose Margot Robbie, which she does, look like Barbie. I think that played a much bigger role. It's fine, Ryan Gosling, they liked seeing him there, but he wasn't the main factor for that movie's success.
You're right.
And the
He was
audience,
great, but he wasn't the draw card.
even if he was like, what audience are they going for? You know, he did Fall Guy, and that bombed, didn't it?
Yeah,
Did anyone see
and
the
he was
Fall
in
Guy?
the second Blade Runner, and really,
Yeah.
that wasn't that great. Like,
Yeah, but that was sort of a while ago now,
I
wasn't
know,
it?
but-
Like
He's
Fall Guy
kind of
was
a-
after Barbie, wasn't it? I think Fall Guy came out after
Fall
Barbie.
Guy after, yeah.
Yeah,
again,
and that didn't do well. And it's the Fall Guy, like it's about a
I
stuntman.
know. See, we even
Right,
have
but
to think
you know what the
about when it
problem was,
out.
and it's good that you brought it up. You know what I think the problem was with the Fall Guy, and I didn't completely hate the movie. It wasn't the worst movie that I'd seen, but I think that what happened is that after the Barbie success, they're like, well, on one hand, we want to make it the Fall Guy, which is something that's more targeted towards men that watched this show in the '80s, and it was a guy that's like more of an action guy. And then at the same time, they wanted a little bit of a rom-com because they wanted to appeal to the ladies. So they bring Emily Blunt, which I like, but they do like kind of a rom-com between her and Gosling. And I think that because they were trying to dance, I don't know how to dance. They were trying to do two things at the same time. You know what I mean? They were trying to make it for dudes that like action and make it for women that like rom-coms and sort of do
So
a
it was
hybrid.
a weird hybrid, was it?
All they had to watch was the opening of Fall Guy. Lee Majors singing the song, unbelievably amazing.
Right.
And then
Is that the one where he sings about having a date with Farrah or something like that?
Yeah.
and pickup truck flying through the air, explosions, and is it Heather, not Locklear, Heather Graham, or what? No, not Heather Graham. It was another
not
Heather coming through barn doors in a bikini.
That was great. That was the show. That's all that they needed
That was
to
the
do.
show.
That was great, he says.
Yes,
It was a simple time.
it was. Got films like
Right,
Zapped
but it's
that she
again-
starred in.
In our modern day
But it was
and age,
aimed at the right audience. It was,
in this case, they're like, no, let's make it like there's a part that's kind of like Harry Met Sally where there's like a split screen and they're telling jokes and talking about their feelings. And when I saw it, I thought to myself, this really doesn't need to be here. This could have been just a flat out fun action type of movie with the same cast. And nope, they had to try to draw in the female audience. And then at the end, nobody went to see it.
Somehow we got from the Ray movie to that. I just want to quickly say,
because you're trying to find a better
someone
place.
said better a queef than a blumpkin. Now I don't know what a blumpkin is, and I'm scared to look it up if it's
Someone did a whole thing of like
On
to the
Blumpkin?
lyrics of "Candle in the Wind," but it was "Queef in the Wind," and they'd written something quite
Oh!
charming.
you know who can sing? Price can sing. Where's the Candle in the Wind lyrics?
Oh,
Hang on,
it's quite
hang
far
on,
back
hang
now,
on,
but
hang on.
and they also they've told us it's Heather Thomas.
Hey,
She
yes,
was-
yes, starred in Zapped as well. I can't find the lyrics.
The wind.
Oh, that's lovely.
The but it's got to be quiff.
Queef, isn't it?
In the wind.
There you go.
Before Queef making the wind. Let's just a
Oh,
quick
we'll turn that into a song, I think.
super chats.
Another
while we're
intro.
at it. Thank you, Sean. Again, he's back. He's back. The man's back with $2. One for Robot Head. Thoughts on The Sixth Sense? Excellent movie. Excellent movie. I don't like people that say they knew from the beginning when they watched it because we were all pretty thrown by that movie. I suppose watching back they could have known, but no. Excellent movie. I haven't rewatched it in a long time though. It'd be good to have a rewatch of The Sixth Sense. I always remember I always enjoyed the little flashes of kids and how they were going to die, and the kids saying, "Come and see my dad's gun," and he turns around, and the back of his head's missing.
It was gruesome, but that was a great movie. Yeah, I loved it.
M. Night Shyamalan Bing Bong.
Yep.
I'm never sure how to pronounce his name. I have a real soft spot for him. We could do a whole show on him, even because his craziest films. What was it? The one on the beach where they were all aging. Old, I think it was called. Was it just called Old? Something like that. Just mental. Absolutely mental.
Yeah, he's
Have
got
you
his
seen that,
vision and he
Bryce?
just goes for it, doesn't he?
I don't dislike him. I'll tell you the truth. I don't dislike him. I think that his later stuff isn't good as his earlier stuff. I think Sixth Sense was good. Unbreakable,
Signs was good.
Which
Yep.
one? Signs was pretty
Signs?
good. Those earlier movies were better. The part that I think he started slipping, well, there was once a movie where Mark Wahlberg played a professor. That was kind of an issue.
That's funny already.
Yeah, and he was totally serious. Like, I don't understand the casting of Mark Wahlberg as the professor. I just didn't buy him. I'll buy Mark Wahlberg as a lot of different things. Professor, I don't think so.
Exactly.
I'm a professor. I can't. You can hear how he talks. I wish I could take him off, but he has that real.
He would have
bit of
loved
strange
that.
things like he ends in a question, goes up at the end all the time. He does a bit of an Aussie
Right.
thing. Sean's got a follow up here, and just as important as Sixth Sense. Thoughts on Alvin and the Chipmunks?
The movie or the cartoon?
Yeah, the movie or the cartoon. I did like. Is it Jason the skateboarder? What's his name from? My Name Is
Yeah.
Earl.
Maybe
Yeah.
Jason Lee.
Yes.
He was in an Elvin movie.
He's got
wasn't
such nice charisma for kids' movies and stuff. And has he done anything since Alvin and the Chipmunks?
I don't know,
That
but
was
I
the
like
last
that
time
guy.
anybody's ever seen him, ever.
And he starred in a Sonic Youth film clip.
Oh yeah.
Cool thing, I think it was, right? When he was a skateboarder. He had his own shoe and everything. He was very, very big at the time.
I've got my own shoes.
Someone mentioned the Rockettes here. We've got the Rockettes haven't done their Xmas thing since the virus of unknown origin. They're doing it this year for the first time since 2020. There you go. So the Rockettes are back this year.
But I
must
always
be,
thought that they do that at Radio City. Do they also dance next to the tree? I just can't remember now. I don't
No, I
see.
think it's in Radio City, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I tried out for the Rockettes once. Just couldn't get the kick high enough. And the protruding ball bag, they weren't in for it. So it wasn't good. It was not good. Another lovely super chat here. It is,
We haven't got past the first question of Mailbag.
I know, is the someone on one of the shows put a timestamp, said show starts 15 minutes in, like we do some long start, to skip the mailbag. Listen, I think it was skip the mailbag. I didn't check. Maybe we didn't do mailbag first that week. But listen, mailbag's the best part of the show. It's downhill from now. So don't put timestamps to skip this gold.
That kind of misses the point of your show. A timestamp.
Daisy is busy. Now, Istophobes. Is that how you say it? Istophobes.
Phobos.
Istophobus, that's it. Lovely person, lovely man. Daisy is busy making Cleaner 2. Merry Xmas Robot Head. Cleaner 2, are they really making a second version of that film? Isn't that the one where it's like a Die Hard or she's an assassin or something, the cleaner or something? I think I've got that right.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I've been told it's hilarious. It's her doing a Die Hard, like she's cleaning windows or something that's like Die Hard on a building.
Oh no!
I heard it's really,
She's
really
cleaning
bad.
the windows in the background.
She is
I
not
think
an
so.
action
I think
star.
so. I'm going to have to watch it one time because people say that it's hilarious. I just
They're
haven't
really
gotten
finding
around
it
to
hard to place her, aren't they? They just can't find her niche. Like,
Now, Anthony Hack1164 says, opinions on the upcoming Brand New Day film. I know nothing about it. Do you know anything about it, Price or Polly?
Yes, because there's a trailer that
Mhm.
leaked in the worst quality, and I tend to think that either Marvel leaked it themselves or I don't know what. But basically, Peter Parker, the way that trailer starts from what I remember looking a few days ago, is that people can't remember him, like Zendaya doesn't remember him anymore, which
That's
isn't
right.
a bad thing. What'd you say?
I said that's right. Because they wiped everyone's mind, didn't they?
Yes, it's stupid, but you know what? I'll allow it because if it somehow causes her to not so much be in the movie, that's not a problem for me. So basically now he's...
People have a real problem
what's
with
the
her.
loathing for Zendaya? What's going on over there?
People don't like her.
Yeah, I
I think
know.
it's her
What's that
acting
about?
and lack thereof.
She makes the same face in every role in every movie, has the exact same vibe. And I mean, I don't know how to say this in a way that doesn't make me sound kind of like a douche, but
This is the show to sound like a douche.
Douche away.
she I don't want to go as far as to say that she looks like a little boy, but first of all, she doesn't look her age. I mean, she's probably in her late 20s, but she still continues to excel in roles where she's like 15. And the other thing is
right.
that
To be fair, her boyfriend also looks about 14, and he's a grown man.
that's true. They both are that way. So
Yes.
They're a cute couple.
Their child's going to come out looking like a fetus still.
I'll tell you what I think about her. She seems like, you know how sometimes you have these kind of Calvin Klein or Dolce & Gabbana fashion shows or whatever it is, and usually they bring models that you wouldn't necessarily think that they're the greatest, but those people that make those events really like them. She looks like a model like that. She's
Yeah,
cute.
Yes, she does.
People sort of have a go at her looks, but I think she does.
I think she
more
looks amazing.
Catwalk model than Girl Next Door,
Right, yeah.
Boys Fantasy. She wouldn't have been
Yeah.
in Buck Rogers, that's
No,
for sure.
no.
Right.
Unless she played an
Wouldn't have been.
alien. But
She's not a man's fantasy.
But when
I
she
would say.
turned up in that metal outfit for a premiere, she looked like C-3PO.
Amazing.
She looked like a model.
she's very skinny. She's the type of young lady they'd put in this kind of fashion show, fashion week, whatever it is. It's fine. There is nothing wrong with that. But when you put her in a movie, between the kind of build, which is almost like young boyish, and the same face over and over again, it kind of doesn't always work. And the final thing is Hollywood really tried to make her a thing, or still tries to make her a thing, whereas anytime they need somebody, they're like, let's put Zendaya in there. And it's like, you don't need to see her in everything.
They as it says here, they put her in everything. I think this is the general feeling. They put her in everything. She's not as hot as people think, and she can't act. And I think that sums it up. I think that's the general feeling. I think people are a little harsh on her. I don't mind her, but then again, I don't really care. So there is that.
Look, Argobot apologised for the queef.
No,
Apologise to me personally for having to discuss queefs and queefing. Thank you.
Did we got a first apology?
Oh.
See, I can't find it.
Actually, no, to be fair, he says, I'm glad to see queef has taken off today. Sorry, Polly. It's the opposite of what I'm saying.
Oh, well, later we're going to have the whole queef section. Should we get to another letter?
Oh, yeah, another letter.
So we can talk about
Okay,
it?
so this is something to do with your Koala transfer that we were talking about last week. So, dear Robot Head and Polly, fun live stream. Thanks for taking the time once again. As per our agreement, please send the Koala to Tom's Discount Koalas. Attention, Tom. P.O. Box, blah, 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 the Netherlands.
If he's called Tom's Discount Koalas, why does he need another one?
Doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Please make sure the box has breathing holes and enough eucalyptus to get it through the flight. The address may appear to be in the middle of a road, but a van will pick it up shortly. Best regards, Tom.
I don't know. I don't trust what Tom's going to do to that
Tom,
koala.
what are
But
you
Tom,
gonna
you
do?
have to confirm if that's a real address because we are going to send you something.
It's coming, Tom. You better get it right.
Unless it costs a fortune to leave something in the middle of the road there. But yes, confirm if that's a real address and we will send a koala. We will send
a mystery
something.
package.
Yes, a mystery package. Any more letters?
Oh, yeah. You've got Hawaii Davo. I love that. Hawaii Davo says, Dear Robot Head, we've seen your helmet. Would you be willing to show us your head? Can I set up a GoFundMe to entice you to expose yourself? Name your price.
Oh, I'm pretty cheap. I'm a cheap date, that's for
It
sure.
does sound like a little indecent proposal, doesn't
Oh,
it?
you think it's... Which helmet are we talking here?
I
You're
don't
not
know.
sure.
It's a lot of double entendres in there. We've seen your helmet. Would you be willing to show us your head?
I will accept money for any to do anything.
There you go. You've got the green light. Set up
Sure,
the GoFundMe.
set up
Off
the
you go.
GoFundMe. Let's see what we can get here to expose the helmet. And
You've got one more.
I don't
One
know
more
which
mailbag.
is worse, which to expose. But anyway, go. Yes.
All right. Sean from California says, howdy. Is it just me or was 1985 peak cinema? Look at the hits that came out that year. Back to the Future, Better Off Dead, The Goonies, Spies Like Us, Weird Science, The Breakfast Club, Commando, Teen Wolf and maybe Legend. Should be mentioned because Tim Curry played a very compelling devil. From there, movies started to come off their peak. The 90s were still pretty great, but since Return of the King, pretty much every movie has been a disappointment. Rogue One was a shining light in the darkness. This is a long one, isn't it? Now, everything just seems like a packaged formula. Am I too cynical? Any truly great films from post-2003 you can recommend?
Yes. Sorry, I'm looking up
So
a list
basically,
here of...
was 1985 peak cinema? And what do you think was Rogue One, a shining light in the darkness? And any true great films post-2003?
Don't you hate that when I had a list on my phone and I've lost it? Oh, well, we'll just have to ad-lib here.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with Rogue One. I don't mind Rogue One. Rogue One to me is like a good episode of a TV show. I sort of didn't really connect with any of the characters. It's fine. I would never argue with someone for enjoying Rogue One. Like, there's nothing wrong with Rogue One. But, man, I never go back to watch that film. I don't think I've watched it in a long time.
I think we were just relieved. Like, Felicity Jones was really good in that role.
Yeah, they killed the wrong one. They should have
Yeah,
kept
exactly.
her.
She should have been Ray.
She
Yes.
she was a bit of a sourpuss.
Oh,
She had a pretty shit life.
you didn't like
guess.
her.
Her dad dumped her. She had to save everyone. I feel that whole film had a bit of a down sort of feel about it, didn't it? Was there any?
Well, it was kind of apocalyptic, so fair enough.
But it's meant to be Star Wars. There's meant to be, like a gay gold robot getting around, hitting on everyone, calling them master and stuff.
I'm going to be honest with you. It was the first red flag, and actually, The Force Awakens was the first red flag. But after The Force Awakens, I was still under the spell of the movie, thinking that the next one is going to be the good one with Luke Skywalker, which was a mistake. But then I went to see Rogue One, and Rogue One was really the first crack, because the first maybe 2/3 of the movie, I sat there thinking to myself, this is pretty bad. This is not, the pacing isn't right. There isn't enough kind of there isn't enough Star Wars feeling in this. It didn't feel great to me. And then maybe the final 40 minutes of the movie, the final third of the movie, suddenly it's a lot better. And oddly, I think that final third is what they brought Tony Gilroy in to completely reshoot. That's the rumor. I don't know if that's true or not. That final third saves the movie. The Battle of Scarif, once I'm there, I kind of forget how bad it was prior. But if you sit down and watch that movie, there are some stupid crap that happens until the Battle of Scarif that really
that battle's
sucked.
the best bit, but the trailer, the battle was completely different. What they were doing in the trailer to what happened in the end. But
I
that
think
battle
they
is
lived.
amazing.
I think they actually lived in the trailer. That's why she's running around with a hard drive, and in the final version, the reshot version, instead of running with the hard drive, she transmits it up to the ship, and then they die. I don't even know. Maybe they weren't going to die at the beginning. I don't really know what happened. Maybe what happened was that Tony Gilroy came in and said, listen, nobody gives a shit about anything here. Maybe if we kill them all, it'll seem a little more serious and people will feel a little more emotionally connected to it. And I think that that's what they ended up doing.
Now, back to the question. I do agree. Back to the question of the movies and peak. What was it, peak 85?
Yeah, 85.
Well, I think the biggest problem, I think there's been good movies coming out every year, but I think it's a different type of movie. I think independent movies are still making good movies, and there's one-off and international cinema.
International movies.
But Hollywood just decided to chase blockbusters, and blockbusters used to happen naturally, like from the audience enjoying the film, but now they just chase blockbusters. But trying to find out if he said peak was 85.
Yeah.
When you look up years,
and he said the 90s were good too, but he just kind of thinks it was the peak, and then it gradually just drifted off after that.
Well, let's jump a decade and 1994, because in 1994 the 4 top movies were Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, Shawshank Redemption, and Lion King. So that was in 94. And
I'm not liking that list.
You're not?
No. I hate Forrest Gump. I hate Forrest Gump.
I know you hate Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
What about Pulp Fiction?
Oh, yeah, Pulp Fiction's all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
Lion
I like
King.
that one, yeah.
There was also Dumb and Dumber,
There you go.
Speed, 4 Weddings and a Funeral, Ace Ventura, Clerks, The Mask, Naked Gun, 33 and a Third, True Lies, and The Crow all came out that year.
Wow.
So, we have had good years.
I don't think it's the strongest contender that year.
You don't think? I think other people also say 1999 was a strong year.
Yeah.
But where's my list for 1999? I don't know. 99 was okay. It had Fight Club, was okay. Matrix, Green Mile, American Beauty, Sixth Sense. There we go. Came out in 99. I was wondering if it was on our list here.
Oh, yeah.
Things I hate. The Mummy was that year. American Pie, Magnolia, Dogma. And Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It's hard to believe that came out the same year, 99, as The Matrix, for how they look.
Yeah.
Like, everyone goes on about, he'd gone digital to make The Phantom Menace, and, it hasn't aged that well, some of the digital effects. But The Matrix still looks pretty bloody good, and it was made the same year. So, what do you think? Do you think we peaked price in the 80s, or do you think we went a bit further than that? I think the 90s was still pretty good. We didn't have those killer years where, you can say about the 70s too, where we had one year and then there's 20 famous films coming
Maybe
out.
the 80s peaked for family movies.
Yes,
No.
maybe.
I think, I think the 90s
And
had their
action
moments
movies.
too, but what I liked about the 80s was there was a lot of imagination. There were movies that it wasn't an IP or a franchise at the time. Somebody walked into a studio and said, "Hey, how about three guys walking around New York busting ghosts? What do you think about that? Do you want to give us money like to do that?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Sure, here you go." What about a police officer that's kind of a jerk in Beverly Hills? It's like these are all things that seem obvious to you now, but like a lot of things that were just kind of weird, people were like, "Yeah, sure, take this money. Let's see what you can do." And that's
Yeah.
how we got all this kind of creative stuff. So 80s were super
True.
creative. Maybe because of the blow,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it, super creative 80s. Things were greenlit there that were really imaginative.
So you're
In the
saying
90s,
bring back the blow? Is that what you're saying? I think so.
Yes, we need more cocaine in Hollywood again. Wasn't it Ghostbusters and Gremlins came out on the same day in like 84? Like as in they didn't predict how big these films would be.
Yeah.
They're all memorable. Like they came out on the
They're
same
real
bloody
family
day.
movies, though, aren't they?
Well, what are
I
they
don't know.
chasing now? Like would you call the...
So he asked about from like what would you recommend from 2003 on?
Well,
Kill Bill came after that, didn't it?
I think it was Kill Bill Part 2 came after that. I think Part 1 might have come out in 2002. I think it was Kill Bill Part 2. But, there you go. There's...
I have something
There's
controversial to say.
Oh, yes, go, please.
Out of all of Quentin Tarantino's movies, Kill Bill, it's all right. I mean, it's obviously he's a good director and it's brilliant and all that, but it's not one that I've ever really rewatched. I watched them one time each, and that was good enough for me. I never needed to see them again.
It is the trigger warning show, so, having to go at Kill Bill is a big one. Well, he was trying to show his different styles, wasn't he? Like with Jackie Brown, that he could do something at the other end of the scale that was just sort of story-driven. So
I like
see what
Jackie Brown. I like Jackie Brown way better, if you ask me.
Isn't that Quentin's favourite?
Is it? No,
Yeah,
I think
it
that's.
is.
I think that's changed too. I think he now says that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh,
is
so
I
like
think he
that
says
one
that's
too.
his best film. He thinks.
right.
I like that one too. It's not that I dislike Kill Bill. I saw it thinking to myself, he's a brilliant director. I don't know. It didn't give me the feeling of like, wow, I got to watch more of this. I got to watch it again. Never really got that feeling.
Reservoir Dogs was so good, and then it lifted sort of to Pulp Fiction, and then the wackiness of Pulp Fiction he just took to another level for Kill Bill. It was sort of he was getting further and further away, and then he sort of brought it right back with Jackie Brown to more of a telling a story instead of worrying about the soundtrack more than what was happening on the screen. But say some good films. Recommend some good films. Top off my head, Parasite. That only came out a couple of years ago. So there's still good films coming out. This year, I enjoyed Sinners. Did you see Sinners, Price? I know you did, Polly.
Yeah.
I know you did because we saw it together.
It's actually the only movie that I wanted to see this year that I somehow didn't get a chance to watch, and I'm kind of embarrassed about it.
We're glad we could bring that shame to you today.
Yes. There's a few films I've got to catch up before the end of the year. While we're on that and we're doing the mailbag, please send in mail for your best and worst of the year, because our end of year show, we're going to go through the best and worst of this year. And it doesn't have to be films, it can be music, TV, or just general.
It's a free-for-all.
How the world's fucked up this year. So, but yes, please send those in. So, yes, I don't know if 85 was the peak. There was other peaks. We were sort of peaking on a bit of a plateau for a couple of decades there, but then the drop-off was sharp, and I blame chasing the blockbuster. But,
Yep.
yeah, there's still a lot of good films out there.
Godzilla -1, that was great.
Yes,
That
there
was
you
Japanese.
go. There you go. Maybe we just got to ignore Hollywood a bit
Let
more.
the Right One In, Swedish horror,
Yeah,
fantastic.
that was good. Well, yeah, that came out though. We've got
2008.
Oh, okay. I thought that was older than that.
Pan's Labyrinth, that's Spanish.
Yep. Screw
That was
Hollywood.
great.
We're moving away. We're
Yep.
going somewhere else. Is there any more letters from the mailbag, or is that
No,
it?
that's it.
Did we cover? That was a big question. Did we
Yeah,
cover most
yeah.
of it?
That's it, yeah.
Before we move on to what we've been watching, make sure I've caught up here. Price, do you want to have a turn reading one of these very generous super chats?
Sure. Beer Paw.
Bear Paw 1969.
Bear
who we've heard
Paw
from.
1969.
Very
I
generous.
said Beer Paw. Beer Paw sounds cool, but Bear Paw 1969, $19.99 US dollars, which is really nice. Hippo character stands idle whilst his new and most powerful body attachments do their thing with the word OP in the background.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd know.
Hippocampus stands while the most powerful body attachments do their thing with the word OP in the background. Is this something to do with Ray and the Ray movie?
Therefore, explain,
Therefore,
please.
you've paid so much. Can you please explain so we can discuss what you're talking about? And don't be offended at our stupidity. We should know what you're talking about.
There was once a game called Hungry Hippos, but I don't think this has anything to do with it. Do you know that game?
Yep, little plastic hippos.
Yes.
Grab a
Yeah,
ball
and
in
they
their
eat
big mouths.
balls. There's balls and the hippos eat balls. Like it used to be back in the day before there was all this technology. People used to play Hungry Hippos.
There is a bowling alley near us that has a life-size version of it where you sit on the hippo and crank a handle, and the balls are like basketball size.
That's actually kind of cool. That's
The Hungry
actually
Hippo
kinda cool.
game. Have you not seen that?
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
never
yeah.
seen that.
Life-size Hungry Hippo. And you get on there and crank a handle trying to grab balls. Yeah.
picturing you
So I do know it well. I will get a photo of that and post it to prove that I'm not off my face and making things up. Yes, it'd be just a photo of like a swing and just me collapse next to it. So, yes, we need some clarification on that one. Sean's back again with Robot Head. It didn't pronounce kids last week. 6 or
Oh, I see.
in the New Zealand accents, yes. So now, when it's written out, it throws me. 6 cents. Is that how we're saying it? And
Sex sense. Because you meant to.
Sense.
And chop instead
Would
of
it
chip.
be more sex? Yes, he is correct. We need to get a New Zealander on here to help us out.
You are not a New Zealander.
No, exactly. That's why I don't know how to say it properly.
Chop. Push on
And
chops.
He's back again, the man, with another 5 saying Daisy Ridley in Australian zombie film We Bury the Dead trailer online. Releases next year. Oh, yes, I have seen that trailer. Also once bought a cameo off Gary Busey with every penny. Oh, really? You know, Cameo, you can pay to get a star to send you a message. Oh, man. I'm going to do that. If he's still doing it, I'm going to do that for next week for Christmas.
I think he's still doing it.
You think?
Based on the goose
Maybe that
story.
was a cameo
gift
we
of
were
the goose.
watching him
Yeah.
doing the goose.
Yeah.
Yes, but I have seen that part of that trailer for the zombie film with Daisy in it. And what amazed me is that she actually closed her mouth in the trailer because she didn't close her mouth once during the Star Wars films. She's
I don't
a
know
real
why
mouth
she's getting all
breather.
these roles.
Yeah, there's not much there, is there?
There's nothing there.
But like, if you haven't got much,
She's not she can't do action. She's
Australian-
not a romantic lead. Like, what has she got?
Australian films don't have big budgets, right? And if you can get someone that every nerd online is going to be either making fun of her or overly excited that she's in something, like that's free promotion right there. So I can see why she gets work, especially in Australia. She should bloody move here. She could be in Neighbours, though they've killed Neighbours again. We shouldn't
Someone's
mention that so
asking if
much.
New Zealand is like Australia's Canada. Yes, is the answer to that.
Neighbors.
There you go.
That's the song, right?
Yeah, sing along. That's good.
Everybody know.
I think, yes, little Australia over there, New Zealand is like our Canada.
Yes, completely.
I think.
Is that the theme
Yes.
song? I haven't heard that theme song in years. Was it something like that?
Very
Yeah,
good.
yeah, we don't want to get copyright struck.
Oh, okay. No, I don't want to
They're
copyright
only
strike.
down the
I
road.
I just wanted to know if I
Lovely
remembered
songs.
the right theme song. Was that it?
You have.
They're desperate
Okay.
for money, so yeah, we have to.
Just picturing him singing it to Kylie Minogue's poster above his bed
Yes, the one where
Right?
she's
You did,
definitely
didn't you?
facing the other way.
in her little gold hot pants.
Australia's just hot Canada, apparently,
Yep, it's hot.
in looks or in
All of the
temperature.
above,
Both.
yep.
Yes.
Both. There's nice looking ladies in Australia. I don't really know. I've never been there, but as far as like when your TV shows or whatever it is, it always seems like there's appealing women in Australia.
Oh, they
You know
usually,
Margot Robbie, she's one of the offcuts.
Yeah, they usually put the ordinary ones in the TV shows. Yeah, so we always look and go, the world's going to get the wrong opinion with Margot Robbie and Kylie. Like,
That's right.
we actually put some good-looking ones in the shows for once. So, yeah, we are lucky here.
They're doing all right though.
Yes, we sort of found the perfect male paradise. We are allowed to drink beer and be morons, and the women are attractive. I don't know. It worked out pretty good. We're pretty happy with that situation here. Is that it for the mailbag?
That's it, yeah.
Don't skip the mailbag in the future, people. Watch the mailbag. It's great. So we have to now talk about what we've been watching.
What you want? What you want? What you want? What you want? What you watching? What you watching? Fill your eye holes, not your pie holes, or your other holes. Nah, watching. What you watching? Robot head is watching, bitch.
Yes, I made a few songs for the show, and only 2 have bitch in it, but I seem to use those 2.
They're your favourites.
Maybe I should mix it up a bit. So, Christmas movies. Now we need the chat to join in here. It's not so much favourite Christmas movies, so we can talk about that. It's what makes a Christmas movie, because I know this is an old argument, but I've never got to have it. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? And my opinion has changed on this over the years. And
Okay.
but what does make a good Christmas movie? Because I did look up the greatest Christmas movies of all time, and number 1, It's a Wonderful Life. Doesn't have a lot of Christmas in it. Has a lot of misery, and I believe it was released in the middle of the year in the summer of the States. So that's number 1, and number 2 is Home Alone. A lot of people say with Die Hard that if you took out Christmas, it wouldn't change it. Well, Home Alone, you could virtually remove Christmas. I'm not saying that's a good argument. I'm saying that's what people say against Die Hard being a Christmas
That's
movie.
not true. You can't do that for Home Alone.
And number 3, sorry, Price, talk over you, is Die Hard. Comes in at number 3. So the top 3 films are It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone, and Die Hard. So I need
That's a stupid comment about Home Alone, because it's like saying take the Christmas out of the Christmas. You know, like there's so much Christmas in Home Alone. They're all wearing the jumpers.
I'm not saying it's a good argument. I'm saying people say that about Die Hard.
Yeah.
Die Hard's the important one here. Price, please talk.
No, I was going to say that you're right about Die Hard, that if you remove it from there, it's not as much, although it's a Christmas holiday party, and that would be the only reason for him to go there, but I guess you could have used something else. In Home Alone, though, that's not true, because the old man reconciling with his daughter or whatever it is, son or daughter, I don't remember now. It's because, like, at the holidays, people are lonely and he decides to reach out. There's
Yeah.
very much a holiday feeling in Home Alone,
Yeah.
a lot more than Die Hard.
That's right.
Well, he had to go to the party. Well, first off, like we should have taken a vote, shouldn't we? We can do a poll in the chat, but I don't know how to do that. But is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not a Christmas movie?
Not for me.
It's not for you?
No.
And what do you say, Price? Let's get the numbers here. I'll be the deciding vote. Maybe.
It's Christmas is there, but I don't feel like it's the main driving force behind the movie. It is mildly, very, very mildly a Christmas movie, I guess.
I don't think it's enough. Setting something at Christmas time shouldn't constitute it being a Christmas movie. That's not enough.
But
You know,
I will
the
say
fact is-
this. I will say this. If it wasn't Christmas, would he have had time off to go from New York to California? Would he have wanted to spend time with his family and children, which were, kind of estranged from him? I think
Would
that
the building have been empty besides the Christmas party? What other party can you have that clears out a building except for one floor?
right. That's
My vote is it is, but for most of my life, I would have said no, it wasn't a Christmas movie. But then some facts changed my mind. Do you want to hear the
Yeah, I want to hear the facts.
the main fact? Well, the building being empty, him being there is all part of it. Like, and this is just all to argue about why it's not a Christmas movie. Obviously, it's just personal opinion. But people forget the way he wins in the end, the way he defeats the baddie is he sticks a gun to his back with Christmas sticking tape. There's a Christmas wrapping trolley next to him and he doesn't know what to do and he grabs the sticky tape. That's what we call in Australia, sticky tape. Is it sticky tape in the rest of the world? He grabs the sticky tape that's Christmas and tapes it to his back. It's such an important part of the film that this guy, look, see, it's taped to his back, but this guy decided to remember it forever by
Wow.
getting it tattooed to his back. So nothing says Christmas like a gun
Merry Christmas.
tattooed onto your back. People will literally tattoo anything to them, won't they? Like that's, I mean, obviously, if you can.
I wouldn't do that tattoo that this guy did because I'm not a big tattoo guy, but I have some respect for this tattoo. Like, there's a part of me that respects it.
So the
It's safer, isn't it, to show respect to the idiot?
I'm starting to worry about Price if that's what he's thinking. He's showing respect to a tattooed gun in Christmas tape on someone's back.
He went
Man,
all
you
in.
are way too nice.
He went all in, and it's for Die Hard. You know, it's I don't, like I said, I wouldn't do it, and I wouldn't recommend that anybody else do it. But I have, like I said, a little bit of respect.
That was definitely the bit that got me across the line was the gun on the back with the Christmas tape. Up to then, it was like, not really a Christmas movie. But the more you think about, like,
No, Christmas is like almost a character in the movie. It's not like the theme. It's not the overall vibe of the movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to have the sentiment, and like, I don't know, it has to be.
Well, what about Gremlins?
That's hilarious.
But that's seen as a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
And on
with Kate's dad breaking his neck going down the chimney.
We'll get back to that. But on this little slideshow in a second, because I love that, the gremlins that come up in this little slideshow that I don't think I can pause are actually a set of gremlins you can buy that sing Christmas carols. They're an ornament that I want to get. They sound fantastic. So, well, I think Gremlins is definitely a Christmas movie because of that one story. Do you know the story, Price, don't you? Of what's her name? The character
Kate.
Kate talks about her dad on Christmas going missing.
Yeah, that he went through the chimney and slipped and fell.
Yeah, and that's how she learned there was no Santa Claus. So it was her worst Christmas ever.
I laugh so hard every time that part comes up and she's telling that story because it's so fucking
is that
dark.
Phoebe Cates? Is that Phoebe Cates? Who plays her?
Yeah.
She at least she looked pleasant.
Yes, she did. She's one of the faces of the 80s, isn't she?
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Wasn't one of the pleasant faces of the 80s.
Yes, and not just the face, was
Not
it?
just the
She
face.
showed more than just the face in other films. There's the Gremlins you can get sing carols. Yes, that story she tells about her dad dying is a highlight of Christmas. I have to put that on every year to.
But it just kind of comes out of nowhere, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's mental, absolutely mental. Yes, an absolute highlight. But so see, the trouble is we've got Price.
So there you go. It's got the morally uplifting tale in there. You need that.
You do. But so does Die Hard. It has the family values. Like, you know, he's doing all this to protect his wife who left him to move to the other side of the country. But somehow we're still on the fence with three people. I'm saying yes. You're saying no. Price isn't sure. We've got
a definite no for me.
Price, you've got to make a decision on this if Die Hard's a Christmas movie or not.
I'll say yes, but it's not the biggest Christmas movie. It's a mild Christmas movie.
Christmas movie means you sit down to watch it for Christmas.
I'd happily watch Die Hard on Christmas. It's fun to watch that.
Die Hard and Rambo are the best Christmas setting movies. That's true. And this is a serious comment here. How many Christmas movies actually celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior? I can't think of any. None of them are actually Christmas movies. Well, there is The Life of Brian. So The Life of Brian we could probably put down as a Christmas movie, I suppose. That's going to annoy someone I said that, isn't it? There was a lot of controversy when that film came out about it, mocking religion. But
what about Love Actually? Is that considered a Christmas movie?
Love Actually it's like, did we speak about this once before about Pretty Woman, but it is
so
about
strange.
a whore. Love Actually is fucking horrible, most of the stories in
really
that. Like,
weird.
There we go. There's a picture from Love Actually. The only funny bit in it, that the
that
old
looks
singer.
Christmassy?
Yeah, but the Love Actually does my head in. There's so many horrible bits. And I can never understand. It's like this family Christmas movie you could put on at Christmas. All except the one story that is the stand-in for the pornos, the actors. Like there's two people that have
they're
to
like
pretend,
adult movie stunt doubles.
Yeah, and people forget that that's in it. So you put it on front of the kids, and then they're like,
then you've got a lot of explaining to do.
Heaps of I don't know why you would add that story in. I suppose there is also the young guy that travels overseas and roots all the American chicks as well. That's
is that Christmas Vacation?
No, it was Love Actually.
Love Actually.
No. I saw a picture now. Was it a picture of Christmas Vacation?
Oh, yes, Christmas Vacation did go past.
many, many years ago, I'm talking like maybe 20 years ago, I once put that movie on. I think I got maybe halfway through the movie. I fell asleep and I never finished it. And I never watched it again. And to this day, people always tell me it's like the best Christmas movie. But somehow I never, I don't know. Will I even like it now? Is it dated? Would I even like it now?
Well, it's dated, but it's like it's still fun to watch. Yeah, I would definitely watch it. Put it on the list for Christmas movies. It's apparently I only saw this week that it's the same house in Christmas Vacation as in Die Hard 2 that the toilet goes flying out the window. Apparently, they use the same outside of the house. So it was Chevy Chase talking about it, but Chevy makes up a lot of shit. So who knows if that's true or not? But no, that's definitely worth watching. So yeah, I don't know what makes a Christmas movie. Most classic Christmas movies aren't that much about Christmas, except for, well, none are celebrating the birth of Jesus, are they? I think that's a good point that was made. Like, I can't think of any that are just about what the day's about, which is odd. But there's a lot
Well,
about...
it's not a religious movie. It's a different thing.
Yes, that's true. Yes, we more or less celebrate the guy that Coca-Cola invented.
Yeah.
So
Getting stuff.
getting stuff. Yes, Elf's a classic. I love Elf. Some people hate that movie, and that always surprises me. I think Elf is probably the last good Christmas movie that was made. So, but again, it's got that dreamlike state from Australia where it's boiling hot and that, and you're watching New York and people singing in big
the
fur
snow.
coats and snow and
Which is kind of ironic considering the original Christmas was in the desert in the heat.
yes.
I like Elf.
No,
Yeah, I like Elf.
I think Elf's good. Gremlin's good. I think most of those, Home Alone, good. But I think any argument you can throw at Die Hard not being a Christmas movie, you can throw at Home Alone. That could have been any weekend that his selfish arsehole parents decide to go away and leave their kid at home. So, yes. So have we decided that Die Hard is
Not
Semi. It's a semi-Christmas movie.
a semi-Christmas movie?
It's a holiday movie.
Semi.
The Ten Commandments. Yes, someone has put the Ten Commandments down. Is that a Christmas movie, though? Should be.
It's a Christian movie.
Back in the day, all those films were plastered all over TV in Australia over Christmas, and now we don't see any of them because we're scared to celebrate anything that's slightly religious on TV. They're
true.
so weak, so we don't get to see any of them. The Melvin Deeply. Haven't caught up with Melvin in a few weeks. We must catch up. £10. They're real dollars too, like American dollars. Yeah, that's real money. Once upon a time in Hollywood is still shit though. That's what matters. That film's grown on me. When I first saw it, I wasn't that into it, but it is one of those movies that if it's on TV and I'm flicking around, I do stay on it and watch more of it. It's sort of grown on me, but I wasn't that big on it when I first saw it. I do find it weird that Tarantino decides to rewrite history, and I don't know really what his point is to be rewriting history.
It's a revenge story.
Maybe Tarantino's last movie should be a Christmas movie because he can't decide what to do for his 10th and final movie.
That would be good.
Yeah, he should
I
do
like
a
that.
Christmas movie.
Yeah.
In a traditional sense where, people get their heads blown off and they die. So have we sorted anything out with this conversation about Christmas movies?
I guess.
We disagree. That's what we sorted out.
Well, one more thing. While we're on Christmas, there is one more thing that I want to talk about. It's to do with all of this, but the man's got to say this first.
Well, do you know what pisses me off? I wonder if you do. I tell you what I think, perhaps it pisses you off too. Let's get down to what pisses me off.
What pisses me off about Christmas, well, it's something pisses me off to do with Christmas, is the people that think some Christmas songs are problematic. Now, it is funny to have the Christmas music on and hear it in the shops, and there's some classic lines in some of the old Christmas songs. There's, where's my list here? I've got to find my
I've
list.
got some good ones.
Well,
But baby, it's cold outside.
well, that's the big one that they really complained about. But there's a few little ones like, what was it? Well, there was the Pogues Fairy Tale in New York, where people still complain about the lyrics to that, where she mentions.
Do they still play it though?
Well, it's played in Australia, but every time she mentions that, the faggots, people.
Well, there's old slut and drunk as well.
Yes, but you're allowed to be slut and drunk, but you're not allowed to.
But you're not allowed to. A cheap, lousy faggot. That's what they say.
It's Christmas time all over the world. Sammy Davis, where he's talking about the languages around the world are strange and people customs may be different. What was the Bing Crosby one? There was one where he was talking about what colour Jesus was going to come out.
Oh, yeah. I caught that one on a Christmas playlist yesterday. It was so weird because I don't think I'd ever heard it before, but it was when a child is born. And the lines are something like, and the walls of doubt crumble, tossed and torn. This comes to pass when a child is born. And all of this happens because the world is waiting for one child. Black, white, yellow, nobody knows. That's hilarious.
It's, yes, using the term yellow is probably not the best. Also, like, we don't know. I mean...
Black, white, yellow, nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Oh, Bing. I don't suppose Bing actually wrote it. I don't know if he wrote any songs, did he? He just enjoyed the good life. I bet when he was singing that, he was already in his golf outfit with his caddy standing next to him and ready to hit the
he was looking at his watch,
course.
ready to go.
yeah, black, yellow, I don't know, whatever. Some kid's coming. Yes, and we all know that Jesus was white as snow, even though he's born in the Middle East. But anyway, I don't know how that works. But there's Bing there with Bowie, the greatest Christmas song of all time, their duet on The Little Drummer Boy, where I think Bowie was very, very nervous. But I miss those old Christmas specials where they would pretend, like in this one, they're pretending that Bowie lives down the road and he's just moved in and come to visit.
He barely knows his name in it.
Yes,
Bing barely knows his
at
name
the
in it.
Bowie household.
Yeah, what's happening for you?
How
How do you celebrate Christmas in the Bowie household?
Yes. But I have heard Ricky Gervais say Bowie, so I think our
it
UK
is.
friends, please in the chat.
Tell us.
Yes, is it Bowie or Bowie? And I don't know how you're going to write that down, but I'm sure you can
Rhyme
work
it with
out.
something.
I've heard some people say Bowie before. I'm not saying that all of them do, but I have heard it before, so it's not the first time.
And we all know the big controversy that you mentioned, Polly, of Baby It's Cold Outside, where they tried to cancel that.
And that was in Elf too.
Yes. Now you found out some history about that song, didn't you?
Yeah, well, that was written by Frank Loesser in 1944, right? And he wrote this to be a fun song to sing with his wife at parties. That was it.
They knew how to live, didn't they?
Yeah.
I'm just going to write a song for my wife to sing at
Yeah,
parties.
it was just meant to be playful, light-hearted song between he and his wife. And then in 1949, MGM snapped it up for a movie with Esther Williams. And then it won an Oscar for the best original song.
Esther Williams, she was the swimmer, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was the swimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then John Legend
with her.
and Kelly Clarkson sort of rewrote the thing and changed the lyrics to, instead of say what's in this drink, it's your body and your choice.
How romantic.
Yeah, romantic.
Fucking hell, I
So
didn't know it
the
got
whole
that far.
emphasis was just now on consent. It was a message of consent, this song.
I knew that people complained, land whales and ugly people, but I didn't know they actually rewrote it and put in the lyrics about having consent.
It really annoys me because I think like they've totally missed the point of this song. I just think that this is a song about a man and a woman who are into each other. They're
Yes.
into each other. That's the thing. But it's 1944. So she knows she's not meant to stay with this guy because she's going to get judged by a judgy family.
Yeah, exactly. And he's trying to persuade her and she
Yeah.
wants to stay,
Yeah.
but she knows she probably shouldn't.
That's
It's
right.
just, you're allowed to pursue the opposite sex,
Exactly.
but apparently these days you're not. There's a fucking ridiculous ad that keeps popping up on Instagram for me, an Australian government ad about consent. But like, the people in the ad are like in their 60s, like walking through a park
God.
holding hands.
That's
It's like,
pathetic.
make sure you get consent. It's like for your husband and wife. I mean, the last thing you look for is consent. You're trying to avoid them at all costs by that age. But yes.
But I hate that they even peddle this like she's a victim in the song, and she's not. She's like clearly saying what she wants. She's like, I really can't stay, I simply must go.
Yeah.
But she's also really nice. Your welcome has been so nice and warm.
Yeah.
So she's not turning this guy away. She's not saying back off, you're a creep, is she?
I know. She's like,
She's
I
like,
must go.
but my family are going to, judge this. So,
Yeah. And
but maybe just one cigarette more.
yeah. And cigarette we know is his knob. And she wants to have a good drag on it.
No, she's saying she's leaving, but she'll have one more cigarette.
She wants that old school, unkempt knob with massive bush back in those days, I believe.
You're not helping the cause here.
Yeah, that's what she wanted.
What do you think, Price?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there any sort of consent, this song? Like, really? I mean, I think the sticking point is the line, say what's in this drink. I think that's the sticking point in this song.
Well,
like she's being spiked. But she might be complaining because there isn't any alcohol in it.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what she's worried about. It wasn't Bing Cosby, not Bing Cosby. What's his name? Mr. Huxtable. She wasn't with him.
Don't.
Yes. So
There's a lot of reframing going on here.
yeah, it's all a load of crap. So
It is a load of crap.
Christmas, it's a wonderful time of year, but maybe we should move away.
Oh,
from
hang on. There's one other
Christmas.
song I really hate
Oh yeah,
for Christmas.
you hate. Hang on,
I hate this
hang on.
song.
I was pissed off by people that hated Christmas songs or
yeah.
try to reframe them, but
Right.
you hate one.
Yeah, I do.
Go
I hate
ahead.
one. It's that 8 Days of Christmas, Destiny's Child. I hate it. I hate it every time I hear it because it's so grossly materialistic.
Is that a redo of the old song?
I don't think this is an old song.
Oh, what does she sing about?
She's singing about, like, her baby buying her a pair of shades and a diamond belly ring and a candlelit dinner and a gift certificate and keys to a Mercedes and, like, how she loves him for being so generous. It just makes me sick.
She's a
Destiny's
whore.
Child. Destiny's Child kind of sucks, to be honest with you. It's like,
But I mean, it's meant to be a Christmas song, and they're so superficial, greedy
just
cows.
in general, I've never heard Destiny's Child do a song that I like. So the Christmas song just falls into everything else that I don't like by them.
You don't like that
Yeah.
ladies song? You don't get up and shake your butt to the ladies?
That
I
was
don't even know what it
Beyonce by
is.
herself. That was solo
Ah.
Beyonce. All the single ladies put a ring on it, and that one annoys me too. When I heard it the first time, I said, "Man, I hate this song. I hope I never hear it again." And then it just kept playing forever. Like I couldn't get rid of it.
Now, to move away from Christmas, and I agree with the to finish with Beyonce, that I don't believe the whole music industry actually exists anymore since Michael Jackson. I think it's all just fake, and because who the hell listens to half these people? No one does.
I do have
I
some.
just want-
Oh, sorry. Go on.
I was just going to say, Melvin Deeply here. He's worded me up about this before, and I don't know if we have time or if it's the right day, but he said, "What would Jane Seymour do?" And I believe, Price, you have a good Jane Seymour story.
I'll very, very quickly tell it. Because of Melvin, these stories are immortal. Usually what happens is like in the middle of the night, I tell like Professor R2 some random thing. Melvin hears it, and then I never hear the end of it. So years ago, I worked at a company that was involved in the production of an event. And one of the people that was sort of at this event, it was like a corporate event, and it was promoting a product. Long story. Jane Seymour was there, and I was relatively new at this company, and she was supposed to walk out of the venue with security, so they would walk her to whatever car service or whatever she had, but instead of doing that, she just left and didn't tell anybody. And then the owner of the company, which I just recently started working at, he saw me, knew who I was, and said, "Hey, like, why is Jane Seymour walking by herself?" And then I said, "No problem." And I went and started running after her. And by the time I was like, got to her, she kind of either thought I was a stalker or she just didn't feel like she wanted anybody accompanying her. And she just turned around and barked at me like, "You see Jane Seymour getting really upset." She's like, "I don't need you to accompany me anywhere." Like, I don't know. And I'm just like, oh shit. And then, yeah, that's usually, I continue, the story is that I just tiptoed in the background and saw, like, I let her walk in front of me. She walked outside. I only afterwards walked out, like, I'm trying to hide so she doesn't see me. And then I saw that she got into some car, and I just, it's funny because basically I mishandled everything, and I did everything very poorly, and she hated me, but what can I do?
I like that's the story summed up. Jane Seymour hated me,
And I stalked her.
and I stalked her, and I ran
She
after
thought
her.
I was a stalker. That's the worst part. That
Yeah.
she like probably thought, "Who is this guy? And why is he running after me?" And I feel bad. I don't know how else I could have approached that. You know what I mean? Maybe there was another way to do it, but whatever I did wasn't good.
Someone said here, pretty sure you told this story a few episodes ago. No, I've never heard that story. It must have been on
No.
another stream.
No,
Or Bryce's stories all sound the same.
No. I've said it on another stream because Melvin, anytime I go on a stream anywhere, he pops up and he's like, "Hey, what's going on with Jane Seymour?"
He wants to be on a salary for it. We put him on a production list for the show here. He can help us with content. The poor Jane, she was Domino, wasn't she, in James Bond? Am I thinking of the right person?
Yeah, I think so.
She's pretty
James Bond.
smoking in that.
She was the
James Bond.
first Domino because I think in Never Say Never Again they did another Domino, but
Yeah,
then it was Kim
you're right.
Basinger.
That's true.
That's right,
Is
they
she
did.
Domino as well? That's
think so.
that's sad. That one, Kim hugging Sean, and he's
Oh,
got
it's
his
not a good look.
the wig, the hairpiece he had for that one. He just shouldn't have come back.
No.
Yeah, they don't look right together.
Maybe you should have said never again.
She looked very nice though, Kim Basinger at the time.
Oh, she always did. She
Yeah.
always did. Yes, like Kim, but
But it did look creepy with him.
yeah,
little
not as
bit.
creepy as. Anyway, there was a few creepy Bonds where they were starting to look a bit old. The skiing one with the young blonde girl, that's always a bit.
You know
that
what?
was really
Sean
off.
Connery with a young Catherine Zeta-Jones at that movie that they're criminals.
Oh, yes.
That's worse than the Kim Basinger and Never Say Never Again.
Yes, Roger Moore said he actually left, didn't he? Because he felt like it was getting too ridiculous, the women they were putting him with. But yeah, I don't know who that young blonde girl is in the skiing one.
You should have said it before that movie, though.
Yeah, I mean, they don't end up together. I think he sort of pushes her away, but she tries to get in bed with him, and it's a bit like, oh god, it looks like Bowie here and being getting it on. Like it's just, he's looking pretty old at the
That's
time.
true.
Like it's not good. It's
I
not
did
good
have
at
a
all.
question for you about Christmas songs. Which one do you like better? Do They Know It's Christmas Time or Last Christmas?
Do They Know It's Christmas Time was on my list, and I forgot to mention that one because that was controversial. Because of the line, "Do they know it's Christmas?"
It's weird.
These
Strange
millionaire
message.
white dudes, all millionaires, going, "Do they even know it's Christmas over there in Africa?"
I know, it's so
The funniest
wrong.
The funniest part of that song is they gave Bono a line to sing that I don't think that he wrote it, but they just gave it to him. And he unfortunately is the guy that sings it, that he says, "Tonight, be happy it's them and not you."
I know.
And
I know. Isn't that the worst?
that is a real
worst.
lyric. I think I'm paraphrasing.
Every time he
There's-
sings it, I just like my heart drops.
I get the sentiment. Like, I get what they're saying.
No,
that's right.
they've said it all wrong. They've said it all wrong.
It's
They
brilliant.
needed to
It's
go
a
back to the
brilliant
writers' room
song.
on that one.
And, you could just see they all thought they were doing the right thing. And I think half the money went missing anyway and got bloody stolen by politicians.
Blow.
And I don't think
It didn't go to Africa.
I don't think they really did that good anyway. But then, yeah, looking back, like,
Oh yeah, I'm glad you've said that.
yes, it was. They thought they were doing well, but yeah, it didn't work out well. What was the choice between the two? Was that one and what was
Last
We Are the
Christmas.
And
World?
Last Christmas, George Michael.
George
the
Michael appears
Michael
in
one.
both songs, and they were released
Is
at
that
the same
Wham?
time. And I recall once hearing that he was kind of annoyed a bit because he was happy to do the big famine thing for Christmas, but he thought that if both songs are released, then his own song won't go to number one, and that's exactly what happened. Do They Know It's
Yeah.
Christmas went to
Alright.
number one, and Last Christmas went to number two. Some would argue that over the years, George Michael was still victorious because more people today listen to
yeah.
Last Christmas than Do They Know It's Christmas Time.
Oh, 100%. Yep.
I love the clips and all the clips back then where there's like him and the other guy. Was it Andrew? Who
Andrew,
was-
I can't remember his
and
name.
then
Andrew.
two women, and
Yeah.
like George is all like trying to be flirtatious, isn't that? But he's not quite pulling it off. But it was
poor
when
George.
everyone still thought he was straight.
To be fair, early on, George Michael would also be with women, meaning early on it wasn't like a decisive thing going on there. But then as he grew more popular and more like, rich and
Comfortable.
popular, he actually went more towards males and less towards
Maybe
females.
Right.
it could have been the queefing.
Stop.
Maybe he just doesn't like queefing.
He had all those 90s supermodels in his clips, didn't he? Too funky, that song.
But I think he'd gone full Rod pole instead of hole, as people have said in the past. I would never say pole instead of hole.
Of course you wouldn't.
But I have heard that term, and I think he'd gone fully pole by then.
I like George Michael.
That,
He's a really sweet person.
There's that really good documentary. Is it on Netflix? It's on something, whatever it's on. There's a good documentary about him. But that Andrew was such a nice guy, and I always thought he'd be dark about Wham splitting up and George going on and being huge. And he was the opposite. He was like he felt he was holding him back at the time, and more or less said he was the one that said he wanted to go to let George go forth.
Spread his wings.
Maybe it was the constant George pounding men in front of him, but
No, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. That guy is the luckiest guy on earth, Andrew Ridgeley. Because if you think about it, all the catalog of Wham, and back in the day, you used to make money from that, and over the years, he has made a lot of money. He was set for life, for his whole life, for being like the sidekick to George Michael in that band. And I think that at that point, they made some money. He was already kind of in a good position. There was no point to it. It was obviously the George Michael show. The other guy is just, it's like winning the lottery.
It was, and he knew that though. He was awesome
Did he get
because he did
writing
celebrate
credits
that.
on
And
any
I
of
think
those
they knew
songs?
each other since they were really young guys, or like young teenagers.
Yeah, they were boys in a bedroom pounding out songs.
Well, George Michael was doing the pounding.
I like Emperor Goodwin here. Somehow Boomtown Rats returned because it's like, well, he really got back in the public eye with all the helping the world, didn't he?
He did.
Geldof, Bob Geldof,
Sir,
right?
Yeah.
Sir Bob.
He had I Don't Like Mondays and then nothing, and then he saved the world, apparently.
Yeah.
He also did Do They Know It's Christmas? That's how it started. He did that, and then he sort of encouraged the other people in the U.S. to do We Are the World, and then he did Live Aid and all those other things. I think it was called Live Aid. Basically, he may not have excelled as a musician, but he excelled as all that like kind of philanthropy stuff.
And to bring it full circle back, because it always has to come back to Australia, and Michael Hutchinson.
Yes.
Hutchins.
Yep.
Did I say Hutchinson? Wrong person. He's a friend of mine, Michael Hutchins. He, was started slamming Bob's missus, didn't he? Just took her
Paula,
away.
yeah.
Paula. There's actually footage of her interviewing him on that bed on her morning show or whatever, and they're virtually
With her
starting to have
legs
sex.
tangled all around his.
She was still with Bob Geldof at the time.
That
then.
was rough to watch.
That is a difficult guy to go up against. If you're in a marriage and she's with Michael Hutchins in his prime,
Forget it.
Very difficult.
It's all over.
yeah.
It's all over.
Yeah, you just know you got to tap out. I understand. Bob, though, to his credit, he ended up adopting the child they had, which is not his child at all. So the child that was produced by the affair is now one of
Tiger
Bob's
Lily.
daughters. Yeah, well, he
Heavenly Harani.
looks after her or whatever. Is that her full name?
Yeah, Heavenly Harani Tiger Lily. It's a mouthful.
I think someone was asking last week if Michael was on Smack, and maybe he was when he
No.
named that child.
Well, I think at the end, yeah.
We were all very disappointed, all the incredible women he'd done, and he had a child with Paula. Didn't understand that at all. Don't know what was going on there. But anyway, we can't backtrack to
No.
Michael Hutchins every time we mention any story ever. We have to sometimes stay away from him. What's this? Melvin Deeply, Polly Yates was such a minger. What the fuck was Michael Hutchins thinking? Exactly. I don't know. He's... she must have been crazy in bed. But even still, like, there was that weird interview where she goes, oh, he's pretty wild. And then out of nowhere she goes, he wouldn't do a dog. Like, he wouldn't have sex with animals, but he'd do nearly anything. It's a really odd interview, like, where she just starts saying things like that. Yes.
I think she got him onto the hard stuff.
Yes. Yes. Well, he got her onto the hard stuff, didn't he?
It feels like he could have done better, though, right? Is that a crappy thing to say?
He'd done better his
he
whole
had.
life.
He always had.
Yeah. He threw him away like there was
He went
no
out with your
tomorrow.
Kylie Minogue price.
And like we said at his funeral, they all turned up and cried together. The guy was fucking incredible.
He went out with
I
Kylie
had a
Minogue for
woman
years.
on my wall, like as a poster, and he would bang her. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
right.
this is a good place to be. And somehow he ended up with Bob Geldof's wife. That's very strange.
Now, I hope we're still live because at my end, the stream looked like it went down for a second, but I
He
think
split
we're
up
okay.
with Kylie with a phone call.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's
How
harsh,
can
isn't
you
it?
do that? And Kylie looked fantastic during that time.
Yeah.
Even today, she probably looks good. I just don't know, but during those days, she looked really, really good.
She's at Price. If you're looking, she's still available. She just can't get the right guy.
She's kind of always available.
Yes, and she looks fantastic. She looks great. She's very happy. She seems a nice person, but she chooses the
hasn't
wrong
had any luck,
people.
yeah.
I think she's
I'm
tried-
available. I'm available. I mean,
All right, we'll try
We'll
and sort
pass
that
it on.
out. We'll sort that out
I
for you.
don't have
Yeah.
a poster on my wall anymore, but I'm willing to put one up if this kind of sweetens the
Yeah.
deal.
We'll
Okay.
tell her that you do have a post on the wall still laminated for protection.
I even
They
didn't
just
mind that Doctor Who episode she was in.
Someone asked the question here.
Oh, yeah. We didn't
Are we
mention.
Are we allowed to answer the ones that don't pay to ask a question?
I don't know
Sure
what
we
the deal is.
can't we? What do you guys think about the Beatles' Wonderful Christmas Time? I used to get annoyed with it when I had to play it on the radio. It sounds like one of their experimental songs. Two things here. I agree.
It sounds like a
song I'm
Wings
thinking
song.
of,
Sounds like
yes.
Wings, not the Beatles.
Yes, Wings. Oh, God, was that a
not good.
downhill off the cliff from the Beatles? But when I had to play it on the radio, I want to know a bit more about that. Aloha Boy Koala? Is that how you say it? Don't know. I didn't even say it, and I'm asking how to say it. Did you actually play it on the radio? Were you a DJ, a disc jockey on the radios playing that song?
Well,
He wants to know
it
where
is a
I'm
Paul
actually
McCartney
broadcasting
song.
from. So we should actually get back to that. I'm just reading the chat now, which I do like doing. I just want the show to be us talking to the chat constantly. I do like that. But we should touch on a couple more things before we go and let people celebrate Christmas. We're a little early. It is next week, isn't it? We could do one more show before Christmas, I suppose. But two things that we've seen that we should just touch on, and won't say too much about either, is we did see, here it comes up, last night we watched that Fallout Season 2 started. Sorry, I've still got that comment up there. And I believe, Price, you tried to watch it too. Now, I don't know what everyone else thinks. I didn't mind the first season of Fallout. This isn't very Christmassy, but who cares? I didn't mind the first season of Fallout. I haven't played the game, so I know some people hated it, but maybe they played the game and it's fucking nothing like the game. I don't know. I'm just watching it as a show. I like, was it Goggins? Is that his name? Goggins? I like him a
Walton
lot.
Goggins, he's the best thing here.
I love him.
He's carrying this show, but I put it on the first episode of season 2 last night, and it started with sort of an action scene, and then the woman said okie dokie, and all I thought to myself is, oh no, it's just more of this. And it just felt like just dragging out the first season. It felt like we're still watching the first season, and I found the first episode of season 2 a fucking drag. I found it as boring as anything. And I thought, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And I was surprised that in my memories I enjoyed the first season, because I did not enjoy the first episode of season 2. What did you think, Polly?
Yeah, no, it's not really doing it for me this time. We'll see.
Yes.
I'll give it another go, but so far, not so good.
Someone said at least she's cute. And maybe that the first season started with, was it the first episode? There was a sex scene where she was getting railed. Maybe that helps. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's cute, but oh my God, when she said okie dokie,
Okie dokie.
I'm going to have another drink. Okie dokie. Like, why can't I say that? I didn't. I just thought, I don't know if I'm going to do this anymore. Yes, I thought I might have to move on. What did you think, Price?
I think I kind of agree with what you were saying. Listen, the first season wasn't really the thing that I loved the most to begin with. I agree. At least they brought a actress that's not horrible looking. She's kind of cute. Walton Goggins is a good actor. But when I started here, I could barely even remember there was her father. Her father ran away with like a robot suit. Her mother, I don't know what happened to her mother. She was like a ghoul. And there was some other lady who had some potion. I don't even know. I was trying to think to myself, what am I even watching? And then it started, and it's like you said, I didn't really, it wasn't an exciting first episode. I watched like a big portion of it. I actually was watching it before this stream.
It felt like they cut that out of the end of the final season or something. It was weird. It was sort of, it just felt like we were just continuing the final episode of season 1. It just, I don't know, it was very boring. And
Right.
Emperor
Well,
Goodwin
the
says
final episode was a little more interesting, so it actually was less than the final episode because the final episode they kind of tease that all these three people are going to be teaming up and it's going to be really interesting or something like that, and then it just starts and it's kind of a snooze.
It's just kind of a visual spectacle for me. That's how I see it. Like,
But even the action at the start was sort of boring too. I don't know. It was just
Are you
odd.
referring to the scene where like Walton Goggins is there and she's on the building there with the rifle and the dog and they're shooting?
In
or
a
is that already-
dinosaur's mouth. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
And she-
that was okay, I guess.
But there was no setup, so like, who cares? Sort of like
Right.
who he's killing. Emperor Goodwin says here, yes, Robot Head, the brilliance of "we'll nuke the world in order to get a monopoly" was peak writing. Yes, the I still can't understand what they were thinking here with this. We're going to sell a lot of these survival boxes underground by nuking the world and killing everyone. It doesn't sound like the greatest plan.
it's not the smartest business plan.
No, so when he was saying he was going to continue the work last night on the newest episode, I was like, who cares? That being said, the going backwards and forwards, which I'm completely sick of, and every bloody show does it now. But when they go back to him being married to his wife and she's talking about nuking the world, I'm actually more interested in that part of the story than the current day, I suppose you'd say, part of the story. I'd rather just go back to that world for a while and find out what's going on there. But yes, I don't know if I'm going to continue with it at all. It want to pick itself up and get a bit more interesting.
I suspect it'll
Yeah.
get more interesting, but I don't know. I never loved the show. I'll watch it, but I'm not that excited about it.
This sums it up. The
Yeah.
show is retarded. Hang on. So don't forget my super chats. If I missed one, hang on. What? Don't forget my super chat. I sent it right before you stopped talking about Christmas movies. Okay, let's look for this. Let's go back. I don't like. There's no way to just bring up the super chats in using this program I'm using. Where have they gone? I can't see any of them. I am flicking back, people. Is this it? Jingle All the Way with Arnold is a guilty pleasure of mine. I know it's not great, but it makes me laugh. There is no way I can decipher that name. Commenting is dangerous. There you go. I got it in one go. 7,530 for $5. Is that the right comment? I did miss this one. Jingle All the Way with Arnold is a guilty pleasure of mine. You know, I hardly know that film. It's one of those films that I think I know, but I don't think I've ever watched it. But it's one of those things at Christmas you see it on, and I've watched 10 minutes here and there. It might be on the list this year. I'd like to watch a few Christmas movies to get into the spirit the day before Christmas. So while I'm getting into the spirits, do you know Jingle All the Way, Polly?
No, I haven't seen it.
What about you, Price? Is that a guilty pleasure of yours, or do you not know it?
Is that the one that Arnold Schwarzenegger needs to get a toy at the last minute, and he's
Yes.
maybe is he arguing with Sinbad or something?
And it has Anakin Skywalker in it.
Young
As a
Anakin
weird-
Skywalker,
Yes, young Anakin Skywalker, that actor.
and it has Phil Hartman, who would later
is Phil
be
in there
deleted,
too?
I think,
Yes, by his wife.
by his own wife deleted him. Yes.
Yes, that's a lovely Christmas spirit thing to think about. She deleted him and then deleted herself while the police were in there talking to her in the bathroom.
What
Yeah,
happened?
she was locked herself in the bathroom. And the police came in, and
no.
yes, very tragic. And maybe that film's jinxed because little Anakin, what's his name? God, my mind's gone today.
Jake
Little
Lloyd.
Anakin actor, Jake Lloyd. His life, he hasn't ended up. He's had a bit of a hard time too.
Oh, what's he up to?
Oh, just losing his mind.
Really?
Yeah, being depressed. And listen, this is a whole argument online
Right.
because the shills for Disney love to use this against anyone that criticised Disney, that we broke Jake Lloyd and sent him nuts by
It was
criticising
the media.
Yeah, and it was like they think that we had Twitter back in 1999. Like they think we could attack this kid, and no one gave a shit about the kid. Everyone had a problem with George Lucas. That was
Yeah,
who
yeah,
everyone
right.
aimed at. It's the same thing with Jar Jar Binks actor. Like
Yeah.
they now want to rewrite it, even though both those Jake Lloyd's mum and Jar Jar Binks, the real Jar Jar Binks, have both said it was the media that
Right,
did it. You know,
right.
it wasn't the
Wasn't the
public at
people.
all. The public were great to both of them. But
Yeah.
this is a constant thing that gets thrown. It was thrown in my face a lot when I was doing the Star Wars
Right.
videos that I personally attacked
You're
Jake Lloyd.
responsible.
Yes, personally. But yeah, he's had a hard time. His mum said he's always had a bit of a hard time. So, you know, some kids, well, Hollywood does that to every kid, don't
Yeah,
they?
it does.
They're horrible to kids. Treat them terribly. So that was on TV yesterday. What was on TV yesterday? Oh, was it Jingle All the Way was on TV yesterday?
Yeah.
Yes. I'll put it on the list and watch it this year as part of my Christmas routine of getting drunk and celebrating the birth of Jesus. Jingle All the Way is solid. Nothing earth-shattering by entertaining. White Christmas is on my and the wife's list to watch this Christmas. Yes, it's look at that profile picture. That is magnificent. No, you're looking at the wrong one. You can look down here. I do love a Christmas movie, so yes, let's put those on the list for this year to get drunk too. So back to Fallout. I suppose I'll watch the next episode, see if it picks up, and maybe we'll do a review of it when it gets into it a bit more. But there wasn't even enough in that first episode to really talk about. It just
Well,
Yes.
I just thought of something. I could be mistaken, but if I'm not mistaken, the previous season they didn't think much of. Before they released it, I think they thought it would be a stinker, and they just dumped it all in one day. And suddenly everybody was watching it. And that actually helped, because sometimes the first episode could be slow, but you watch another one, and the pace starts picking up. Whereas here, we have to wait a week now, hoping that something will happen next week.
we're having that problem with Pluribus that we've
Yes.
spoken about before. I'm sticking with it. I'm still enjoying it, but I wish they would just dump the rest of the season so I could find out if something's going to happen. So
They sure are taking their time, yeah.
It's testing my patience. I'm enjoying it, but I would rather just go at that pace for a few hours at a time, to be honest. Like I
Right.
enjoy. I don't really have a problem with the pace. I just want to keep going on it and find out what's going to actually happen. But I do see people online just screaming that they can't take it anymore, how slow it is. And I get it. You've got to be a certain sort of person to enjoy that sort of pacing in a show because, yes,
It
it's
has
very
good
glacial.
ideas. It has good ideas. You're right. Either pick up the pace or dump all the episodes at once.
Yes, yes. And then I got a bit down during the week. So I saw the main actress say that she hopes there's 10 seasons of Pluribus. And I'm like, no, just 2 at most. Finish this up. Tell us what happens. You can't keep dragging me on like Lost. You can't just keep adding mystery and mystery and mystery. Like, I need to know. Go make something else. Don't do 10 seasons. What did you do? I was hoping it was going to be 1 season. Like we joked, I thought Bryce told me there was only 3 episodes originally, and I was completely wrong. So that's what I was hoping for.
There's only 8 episodes of Welcome to Derry, if you ever feel like watching that, although I suffered greatly while watching that.
Yes, you mentioned that to me, but I was going to check that out. But you've said it's a bit frustrating, that show.
It's a show that basically somebody in some boardroom executive meeting decided that they have to have a prequel to the It movies, and it does all the mistakes that Hollywood does these days between the messaging and propaganda, just trying to do a prequel, which is always tough. Prequels usually are dumb because you know what happens later, and you also don't want the prequel to ruin the lore. This one commits every sin possible, and just it was really, I felt like I was suffering watching it.
Now, I've got a question for your Price, Polly. I'm pretty sure you know.
Sure.
Do you know the song Winona's Big Brown Beaver? It's a classic.
Yes.
I don't think I do know that one. No.
Oh, and the band slipped my mind. I've actually seen them live at a festival, big bassy. What are they called? I can't think what the name of the. It starts. It's on the tip of my tongue. But Emperor Goodwin, Robot Head, can you confirm the rumours regarding Winona's Big Brown Beaver and the Australian connection? Now, I don't know the Australian connection to that song. It's about Winona Ryder's Big Brown Beaver. I do not know.
Primus.
Primus, that's it. I knew it was P. Let's see if he's answered this. Mate of the phone. Welcome to Derry shit. I'm just seeing if he's Primus. He said Primus. Edward Goodwood, he got the Primus up there. A few people have said it was Primus, actually. Oh, no. And I've missed another super chat today. I've missed a super chat, or because it says here, you missed my last super hat also, I think. So I don't know if I should be wearing a hat or I've missed a super chat. I'm scrolling back to find it. But what is the connection between Primus and their song?
Yeah, what is it?
Big Brown
Because
Beaver.
Primus aren't Australian, they're American, right?
Yes. I don't want to know what it is. I'm scrolling back and I cannot find another super hat or super chat that I've missed. I would love to know what that super hat
Please tell us. Tell us the Australian connection, please.
Yes, we need to know. Well, we also need to know the super chat and the Australian connection between Brian. Now I'm scrolling back. I'm going to miss the big brown beaver connection here. Oh my God, the show's crashing in before everyone's eyes here.
While we wait, you did have some music story, didn't you, about garbage? The band
Garbage. No, but I haven't got a clip for that. Garbage. The Manson, what's her name?
Shirley.
Cracked it out in Australia because someone had a beach ball at one of their gigs. And the next day, there was 1,000 beach balls getting...
this is in Australia.
She didn't she had an issue with a beach ball?
Yes, someone was just standing there with a beach ball and not even throwing it around. And she went off her head that she joined a band because she hates the beach. How dare you? She just went off her nut at
When
this
did this
guy.
happen?
Oh, last week.
Recently.
And
okay.
I was going to get the clip. And the poor guy's a big fan of garbage, apparently. And so the festival moved to the next city, and the next day she's performing. It's like a sea of beach balls just getting thrown in front of her face by the crowd, and she ended up having to apologise to the guy and apologise for losing her mind over a beach ball. But then she connected it to some guy abusing her once at a concert. It was really odd.
Oh, really?
But that's okay.
So she had another issue.
Yeah, that's okay.
Same thing happened at Marilyn Manson had the same sort of thing happen in Australia. Similar.
I'll tell you what I think. I think that Shirley Manson has not aged gracefully. I don't know what she looks like now, but I'm saying when it comes to her behavior, she hasn't aged gracefully. Back in the day, she was awesome. I saw a show of hers many years ago. We're talking in their prime in the 90s or something. And I was at a venue, and she didn't say anything. She started initially walking in the crowd. We were all standing waiting for garbage to go on, or I don't know, we were just waiting, and she was walking around in the crowd, and then people were seeing her, and it was really surprising, and she seemed so nice, and she was happy and smiling, and the show was great, and I feel like she had such a good energy then. And then in more recent years, anytime I see an interview or read an article with her or what you just described, she always seems like this kind of grumpy, salty bitch.
Well, she's Scottish.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, okay. That explains it.
It's a different tone,
It is a different tone. You did mention, it must be Manson, the name Manson, because I told you that story of seeing Marilyn Manson at a big day out, and a similar thing happened. Someone threw a water bottle at him. And Australians, we're more into our basic rock and roll, not so into the prancing around in high heels and stockings. And Marilyn Manson was performing in the middle of the day, and someone threw a bottle on stage, and he went off his head that he was going to leave the stage if anyone threw a bottle.
What, because he had a plastic bottle thrown at him?
Yes, and I swear to God, I was standing at the bar,
He's
which is
delicate.
looking over the stage, and there was a sea of plastic bottles thrown at the stage. It was one that I laughed so fucking hard at how many bottles and how many people, and it didn't stop the whole time.
It was raining bottles.
Yeah, it never stopped. And he had to keep going on, I suppose, for his contract, but he was not happy. So there's something about the Mansons. We found the super chat. I think this is the one. Bad Santa is by far, start again. Bad Santa by far is the best Christmas movie. Now, I have to confess, not only have I not seen the Schwarzenegger Christmas movie, I've never seen Bad Santa. But again, I feel like I've seen so many clips from it.
Is that Tim Allen?
No.
Oh no, that's what's his face?
That cracks me up.
Is that Billy Bob Thornton?
Yes. Yes. And it's one of those ones I've seen so many clips and bits of it that I feel like I know the whole movie. So again, that's on my list now.
Right.
I'm going to watch Schwarzenegger and I'm going to watch Bad Santa. I actually already had Bad Santa because I was looking through the Christmas movies for this show thinking, and all the ones I hadn't seen, and that was on there, and I thought I must see it.
What about Kurt Russell
Tim
as
Allen.
Santa? There was a Kurt Russell
thing
movie.
Is, in real life, Tim Allen's probably wilder, as in he got busted for transporting coke back in the 80s. So, yeah, maybe he really is the bad Santa. Let's scroll down now. I've got a question for you, Price. We'll move away from this terrible show that no one cares. The Santa Claus, Billy Bob Thornton. People are so quick. I'm just slow reading them. Hang on, we've got another band story here that I want to quickly get to because it's Frank. I remember there was a show where Frank Zappa cancelled in the middle of a song because the crowd in Italy kept throwing needles on the stage. Jesus.
That's weird.
That's
Needles.
weird. Yeah, I can understand not wanting to go on with people throwing needles on the stage.
Yeah, needles isn't the same thing as like a beach ball. Needles is really a problem.
Apparently, Frank was a very hard taskmaster. Steve Vai, who was very young at the time, I think he was only 16, the virtuoso guitar player, is very funny talking about when he had to try out for Frank Zappa's band and he was only a teenager and what Frank expected from him. And he thought he'd completely blown the audition. Frank was just giving him all these incredibly hard things to play. And when he went to leave, he went and apologised to him. And Frank said, what are you talking about? You're in the band. Like, apparently his standard of excellence and wanting to be happy was very, very high. So, yes, poor Steve Vai was put through the ringer, but then, became famous working with Frank. I saw Tool walk off stage. Oh, Tool, they'd be easy to upset, I imagine. I saw Tool walk off stage after some. If people might be just listening here, I'm reading a comment here. This isn't just. I'm just not retelling many
commenting
stories
is
from
dangerous.
my life.
Yep.
Commenting is dangerous. I saw Tool walk off stage after someone hit Maynard the singer in the head with a water bottle. Water bottles. They piss off so many musicians. So, yes, Maynard, he's an interesting character. So I have a story about him. If someone brings him up again next time, I'll tell you the behind the scene intimate story of someone having a weird time with Maynard.
Ooh.
Yes. Someone was at a Van Morrison show. And sadly, Van Morrison stayed on stage and completed the concert. No, that's just, I imagine Van Morrison's not the most exciting. Apparently, he was so shy that for years he couldn't even face the crowd and,
All right, he did a seer.
Performing. Yes, he should have had a big wig.
Yeah, the big white wig.
Istophobos. Am I saying that correctly? I feel like I'm not. I was at a Van Morrison show.
That's how you say it. You said it
Phobos.
correct.
Yeah, but you say it sort of with a bit more, I don't know, I like how you say it more. I was at a Van Morrison show where he stopped in the middle of a song to go hang out with Jerry Lee Lewis. He never made it back on stage. That's a great story. Jerry Lee Lewis. Wow. And the crowd was thankful. No, he's quite a talented guy, but I imagine live he's not the most interesting. We're getting a full...
I think a few people went missing in action with Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yes. Lemsip Lover. I love reading the names, even though I can't get them right. I saw Status Quo at Nebworth, who bragged that they'd played 3 continents in a day just as the drummer fainted. Wankers.
That's funny.
That's when we were talking about the Saving the World concerts. Didn't Phil Collins do that? He flew from one to the other to perform at both. Phil Collins, he was the biggest singer of the world all the time, and then he dumped his missus via fax, and the world turned on him. He's not doing too well, Phil. Is he still alive with us? I'm enjoying reading these band ones. I want to have one where we just read out band problems.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Emperor Goodwin, lead singer of The Fix, used to sing with his back to the audience due to stage fright. I think Jim Morrison started that way too. Maybe that's just in the movie that I got that
Until
impression.
he discovered his leather pants.
I love that.
They gave him the confidence
Yes.
to face
There's
forward.
only about 2 people that can wear leather pants, and he's one of them. Two men.
Who's the other one?
I did have a friend that was obsessed with him that wore leather pants and a pirate shirt to his own wedding and got married in that.
Oh, you've got to love that commitment.
Oh yeah, he looked crazy, and then got absolutely drunk and jumped into the swimming pool at the reception, and the father-in-law dragged him out and was screaming at him. It was an interesting wedding. I'll never forget that one. Wish all weddings were that fun.
By the way, I used to sing at a bar in front of like 100 drunk people.
Were
What
you
did you
paid to
sing?
do it?
What did you
Because I've
sing?
done that, but I got kicked out.
No, it wasn't like a karaoke. Back in the day, I had a band, and we'd actually perform at places, but we were never booked at like a big venue. I just recall that there were times that on a good night, there's maybe like 100 drunk people listening to your music.
They
That's great.
were called Jane Seymour and the Stalker. What sort of music did you do? Was it all dedicated to Jane Seymour?
No, it
I
was
love
kind of-
you. I love you. I love you with a t-shirt with their photo on it.
Should have been called the Seymours, shouldn't it?
Oh, that's a top name.
Yeah.
the Seymours. Yeah. No, the
Yeah.
thing is, it sounded kind of like sort of grunge music, or grunge with a hint of like progressive at times, but that's what it was. Kind of grungy, I guess.
This is a good story. I like the grunge Price. That's good.
Yes, Price has done some karaoke streams. I used to join into the audience. You'll have to do it again, Price.
I will. I've had a sore throat for like the past month, and I hope I can clear it up.
Oh, since the big disease that shut down the world. I think I've been sick ever bloody since. I've been coughing for bloody months. Anyway, that's not entertaining, is it? Commenting is dangerous. 7530 and beautiful. Another $10. I'm just blown away by the generosity here to keep the robot head station lights on, keep the aerial up on the roof running in our hideout in the middle of the desert. Mr. Head, since you are nice enough to read chat's messages, here is some money. Well, thank you very much. Never know how to deal with the chats because I'm so grateful to get them. But then when other people say stuff, I want to share that as well.
Yes.
But I don't want the people that pay money to feel ripped off. And then we have lovely people like this.
He's paid for his airtime.
Yes. All right, let's get one more question in before Price has to rush off. I'm stumbling over my own lips today.
You'll be right.
They're queefing all over the place.
That happens to me sometimes when I record videos. I can't get the words out, you know?
I'm going to have a shot of bourbon. That's going to help, I reckon. It's the middle of the day. We're allowed to do that. It's Christmas time. But there was another film that came out this week that we discussed going to see. And sorry if I'm a bit off the mic here. I'm trying to pour bourbon as I'm talking. There's another film that will make $50 billion and no one will ever talk about it again. And we discussed seeing it for the show. And then this rarely happens. I don't mind. I've seen heaps of films that I can't stand or didn't want to see to talk about online or do a review. And this is the first time I couldn't do it. I just can't sit through more of the Avatar series.
Now I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I just can't do it. Like that last one, that was it was 3 hours. It felt like 3 days.
3 hours of torture.
Tall Smurfs swimming in the water. Now, listen, I get it's amazing.
Impressive.
What he does. Yes, but it's like watching a tech show.
Yeah.
Like they're showing you what they can do.
Yeah.
And if you have a good story, then we can do all this. But we're not worrying about the good story because we're just showing off our tech skills here. That's how I feel watching that. But so I didn't go see it. And Polly, I'm pretty sure you didn't go see it. But
I haven't seen it.
Price,
I'm not going to see it.
Price, I haven't got a photo of Avatar here to put up. Price, I believe you did go see it. And I hope it wasn't because you thought we were going to talk about it. But I thought if you've suffered through, how long is the film and is it worth going to see?
Okay, so I suffered through it, and it actually is worse than the previous two. It is 3 hour. The movie is 3 hours and 15 minutes, and it feels 3 hours and 15 minutes. It is way too long, and I feel like the first movie, it's forgettable, but it had a simple story that at least you understand. The second one was really kind of a stretch, but they tried to expand with the family and the bad guy. The whole idea of the bad guy coming back in the form of an avatar, even though he was already dead, is a very strange idea that I never really liked. In addition to the human son and all that stuff, I didn't really love that, but I kind of let it slide, hoping that I'll never see that again. The third movie, again, builds on this same stupid idea over again, and it really felt when I was watching this third one, there was a feeling of been there, done that. Like, I couldn't understand already at this point what the motivations of the different characters, why they're doing this. One guy's doing this, then he's doing that, then he's contradicting himself. It just, I don't want to ruin it for people, but I'm just going to say that it really felt like a diminishing return, and I wouldn't be surprised if this movie makes less money than the previous two. I don't think it's going to bomb, but I think it's going to make less money.
Is he ever going to stop?
I think this should be his last one. He has to
I'm going to
stop.
come back to this, but the Jeffinator, the Colossal.
Yes.
Very generous. $10. Very, very generous. But apparently I missed it. I don't know why I'm missing all these. But I think I found it because it's taken him 5 bloody attempts to get me to read this. And it seems like a good one. G'day, everyone. G'day.
G'day.
People think we don't actually say good day, but we do. What are your favourite alcoholic drinks? I'm guessing Jeff the Colossal could be Australian. He starts with good day and then he wants to talk about alcohol. Our favourite subject in Australia. I quite enjoy my local beer, James Bogue's, mainly the Triple X Ale, but they used to make a beer with the best name. It was called Wizard Smith's. I'd never heard of Wizard Smith's before. Price, I'll get to you. We've got quite the list, Polly, so we won't rush to ask you. Hopefully price list doesn't go for half an hour. Price, when you have a slight drink, and I've convinced you to have a drink on streams before, on your own show, trying to, add the Australian spirit. What do you like to partake in?
I kind of like whiskey.
Good man. Good man.
Is that
Keep
bad?
it simple. No,
that's
just
a good thing.
I kind of like whiskey. There's nothing you desire that's a real, like on a special occasion. Do you buy a special bottle of whiskey?
Well, recently, in more recent times, I think it's Jack Daniels that has a kind that they mix it with stuff like you drink it and it's called like honey flavored whiskey or something from Jack Daniels. I kind of like that because it has the more whiskey flavor, but it adds a little bit of that honey. So I kind of like that.
When Price drinks that, he calls it a Jane Seymour. It's got a bit of honey in it. I'm never going to let up on Jane Seymour.
Don't forget Kylie.
In the state, I've been there a few times, but I've never sort of taken this on board. We mix a lot of spirits here. Very common to mix bourbon and Coke, and the classic Bundaberg rum, the Aussie rum.
Yeah.
But I feel that in the States you drink spirits a lot more straight than you mix them with Coke and things. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I mean, usually vodka, I'm thinking if I don't really go a lot to these kind of clubs, or I don't do as much partying now, but back in the day I wouldn't mind if vodka had like vodka cranberry. I kind of like that.
But in general, do people mix drinks as much here? Is it more bourbon and shots? That's what it seems to be
No,
in movies.
I think people.
I mean beer and shots, not bourbon.
Maybe an old fashioned. Oh, that's I like old fashioned. I don't know what they put in that one, but that I think is a mixed drink. And if I'm at a bar and they have like an old fashioned, I kind of like that.
So is that like a bourbon and Coke? Is that what that is?
It doesn't have a Coke in it, but it's a mix of a few things.
Right.
I'm not a bartender. I don't know.
I can see why you didn't make out with Leslie Headland. We weren't even sure what drink to buy her. She has one of those queef scissoring specials. And Polly, what do you like to partake in? You like a bourbon?
I like a bourbon. I like a gin.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Together with a big straw.
With a little party umbrella.
You seem to always need a drink when I'm talking to you. I don't know if I've got that effect on you. I'll tell you one thing. The price of alcohol in Australia is fucking outrageous these days. Whenever they have... Fucking don't start me on Australia and how it's getting run at the moment. We're trying not to get political on this show, but whenever they don't... Their way of fixing everything is a new rule or a tax. Like a packet of cigarettes is virtually like $100 now, and that's not an exaggeration. But alcohol, I have... Let me reach down and grab my litre bottle of Jack Daniels I have sitting here to help me get through the day. A litre of Jack Daniels at the moment is nearly $100. I think I got this one for $89 or something. And, you should get something quite special, I think, if you're spending nearly $100. And don't get me wrong, Jack's seen me through hard times. Jack's my friend.
What does it cost for you over there?
What is a bottle of Jack Daniels in the States price? Do you know?
I'm trying to think for a second.
Come on, crowd.
It's
come on, comment section. Grab that shot. It's fucking me up.
Tell me, drink was called old fashioned. It just sounds funny.
An old fashioned. I only know them from the movies.
Jack Daniels here, I think, depending on the size and what bottle, but you can get it for like $20, $30, $40 probably.
Yeah.
What?
That's what it used to be here, in probably the 90s for a bottle of alcohol. Now it's nearly $100 for a bottle of alcohol. It's fucking outrageous.
But obviously, if you're at a bar or something like that, then they're going to take a lot more per drink. They're not going to let you buy. The drink isn't going to cost $2. It's probably going to be $10 to $15 a drink.
I don't know how the youth go out these days. Like, drinks used to be so cheap going out.
They must have to drink before they go out.
Apparently drinking's down. So
That's what I
sex
would
with the
do.
young ones, which I'm guessing that's to do with the drinking going down, that the sex goes down. But I don't know how they go. Like, I go now, like that's my fucking old man moment. If I go out to a bar now and buy a drink, I nearly have a fucking heart attack every time they tell me how much 3 drinks are going to be. It's like, what the fuck? It's like,
I think you'd get your 3 drinks in before you left.
Has it become very expensive in Australia? More expensive?
oh,
than
insane.
Yeah,
Insane.
crazy.
You'll buy 3 drinks to be like $70 or something. Like, it's just insane. I don't know how people go out. When my days of hanging around the bars of St Kilda, like, you know, it cost money, but it was reasonable. Like, it was, you know.
And after a couple, you don't care.
No, after a couple, you're just throwing money at the bar person, throwing the
Cigarettes
card.
have gone up everywhere, by the way. I feel like everywhere in the world, cigarettes, they just keep taking more and more money from people.
Well, they tax them here, and they literally are $70 or something a pack now. Like, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it is insane what they charge for people that just want to have a fag, just want to have a bit of a drag on a fag, and, you know, forget their problems. And the government, you know, love to get their claws in. Anyway,
I think it's making a comeback though. Smoking. I
think
think
so?
vaping is kind of
fucking vaping. The best thing about smoking was how cool it looked.
Yeah.
Like, fuck vaping.
Just
like,
don't inhale. Just hang on to it because you look better.
but not with a vape, that stupid thing they put in their fucking mouths. Sorry, anyone out there that vapes.
Wait a second. I just Googled this, and it really says that it's $60+ Australian dollars for a pack of Marlboro. That is insane.
Didn't you believe him?
I'm not exaggerating.
I mean, what if you were a person that
taxes.
actually smokes regularly? It can't be. This is insanity that's what they would cost.
And the people that smoke are the ones still stressed out, like, about fucking that they can't pay, you know, their bills. They did I was going to say fag again. I said it before as a joke, but we do just call them fags here. And that's what they're charging because they're bad for you. Like, lots of things are bad for you, but the government here just fucking unreal the way they charge. Yeah, $60 for, and the best thing is they brought in. Do you have this in the States and the rest of the world? When I say America, I just find America fascinating. But my other friends like Melvin Deeply in part of the world that isn't the States, in our rulers in the UK, I also appreciate you as well. But here they brought in the photos on the packs as well of mangled feet and cancers growing in people's faces. Do you have that in the States?
Mangled feet?
No, they literally.
Do you
they
have
brought
photos
in a rule
of diseases like lung diseases?
Oh,
and that sort of thing
on
your
the
sticker
pack itself?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
we started that. We gave that to the world. So we're on the
I know-
packs now. The whole
I know
front
what you
has
mean.
to be like a
I
mangled
haven't seen
foot.
that. They do this kind of warning that they do like this huge warning where they write all this crap for you about how it's dangerous and whatever. That they do. Actual pictures of what you're describing, no. But sometimes you'll see commercials. I don't know who watches like regular TV anymore, but sometimes even on streamers, you see a commercial where somebody is sick with diseases that he got because he smoked, and it's a person that like it's the worst thing you've ever seen, and that person is trying to tell you, like a real life person, trying to tell you what happened to them and why you should never smoke. I can't tell you how depressing
we need to
it
get
is.
some of these photos.
Professor Artu said it's a syntax. He's correct. But Professor Artu, you're meant to be at your child's Christmas show. That's why you're not here.
Right.
What are you doing? I can just see
He's
some
sneaking out.
child singing a solo, and Professor Artu's tweeting away and sending messages. And we love having you here. That's fantastic. And
I think we have to show some packs next week.
Oh, yeah, the
The
mangled
glory
feet.
of the
Well,
the glory of
Emperor
the mangled
Goodwin
feet.
said it's the Brie Larson feet on the packs of smokes. Have you seen Brie Larson's feet, Polly?
No.
They're
Oh,
strange.
Jesus.
What do you mean?
Oh, they're not good. They're not good at all.
What's happening? What are they, like chicken feet? What's going on?
Look, Histophobes, when I quit cigs, they were $4.25 a pack. Yes, they used to be cheap. And I remember when I was a kid, they actually sold little, were they 20 packs or 10 packs for the teenagers to buy? because they were so cheap.
I don't know, it must have been
They had
10 packs maybe?
Yeah, I remember kids would buy these little like 10 packs of ciggies. They were
Split them
virtually
up.
made for the kids because that's all they could get their change together for, is to buy a little packet of ciggies. And now, yes, it's literally like $60 a pack. The Syntax, yes. Just got home. It was great. Apparently, the show. Oh, don't ruin the illusion of me seeing you standing outside smoking some ciggies, watching YouTube while your kids singing away.
I need to see a picture of Bree's feet, though.
Oh, Bree's feet.
Yeah, I do.
I can find a picture of Brie Larson's feet. We got off track here about the drinks. We were asking Price about the Avatar movie, and that's how much interest I've got. I would much rather talk about Brie Larson's feet, what alcohol I'm drinking, and the price of ciggies than talk about Avatar. But sorry, Price. Is it more of the same, this film? Is it more of the same?
It is very, very much more of the same. It felt like the second movie completely rehashed. It's again, there's all this family drama nonsense with the kids, with this and that, and just so much ridiculous stuff happens. The weird thing is that once you leave the theater, it's so hard to remember what you even were looking at for 3 hours. But I know it annoyed me. Like,
did they kill the prick with the dreadlocks? That little kid?
No, he's still there, and he's just as annoying.
I hate that kid.
It's not only that. Again, the guy that they keep killing, that's his father, that's basically not even his father. It's like the memories of his father. He comes back again, and the whole scenario with him plays out like it did in the previous movie. Again, there's people that want to kill fish, those like big fish. There's again people with fish. Again, a big battle at the end with people just all blowing each other up. And it's like, I really feel like it's the second movie, just a different variation on it. But I'm just bored at this point. It was way too long. I didn't feel like I really knew what motivated any of these characters anymore. There were here and there ideas that I thought were interesting, but they weren't explored enough. And at the same time, I mean, the movie doesn't have heart, in my opinion. There's nothing that like keeps me invested in any of these characters. I thought at some point in the movie, if a bomb drops and all these blue people like that are supposedly the main characters die right now and the movie ends, I'm gonna be fine with that. Like I wouldn't have even been like sad even for a second.
Shadow Hume said they made the same movie 3 times. What are you laughing about, Polly?
I'm laughing at Garth the Knight Returns. Bree's feet look like they were meant to root in a forest. And I've just looked them up, and he's right.
Oh, yeah, they're disgusting.
Oh, my God.
They did make the same movie, well, apparently 3 times. I thought that watching the second one. I couldn't believe that the second film was a... Brie Larson's feet, they're fascinating. I couldn't believe the second Avatar movie was a watered-down version of the first movie. Like, they got humans off the planet, and then the second movie, the humans are back on the planet. Like,
we know, humans bad, the end.
But... how do these films make so much money and no one talks about them unless there's one out? Like, there's no cultural relevance.
It's the brand name and people like the visuals. But honestly, it's just, there's nothing, even the visuals aren't, like, fine, they look fine, but it's not like it was when it came out. It's skating on brand recognition alone, and I don't know how much more it could skate. It'll probably make money. Stop. It's still a big name. I don't know if this movie is going to make more than the second one or the first one. And at the end, it's a diminishing return. I really hope they don't make any more of them. That's just me.
I've said this online too. Like, when you watch these other movies, like obviously the classic movies like Terminator and Aliens, and then, but even the fun ones like, and the Schwarzenegger one where he's the spy, and Titanic. Like, what else could he have done if he wasn't obsessed with this fucking Avatar shit? And he responded to that recently saying, well, when you make a movie, he did respond personally to me. He was saying it to the public.
Yeah,
when you go make a movie, good luck. You can do what you want.
That's a shitty answer.
But this is what I'm doing, so get fucked. I do like that he tells everyone to just get fucked.
I don't, because he's got to read the public a little, doesn't he? Because, I mean, this is too long. Enough already.
But I don't understand it. I'm not being. I get he's fascinated by all this technology and that, but like, he was a filmmaker. Like, we'd get fighter jets and blow up a bridge or create another world, or Titanic, like the shit he went through making Titanic, where everyone said he was going to fail, and he, you know, had the biggest film of all time at the time. Like, I don't understand what he's doing.
He got old and got comfortable, and this is what he does. I think that's the best way. I was thinking the same thing that you're thinking, because I had a lot of time to think about it in the 3 hours and 15 minutes that this movie was. And I kept saying to myself, I guess that's it. He's reached the point of his career. He's just comfortable churning out these stupid movies. It's unfortunate, but it is true. But on that very positive note, I wanted to wish you both a happy holiday. I don't know.
You have to get to your
Thank
show.
you, yeah.
Yes, I see that there's
Happy
already.
holidays to you.
I'm hosting it and I'm already late for it. So
Oh,
it's
no, go.
a strange situation.
Take off. We will speak again soon for Christmas. Thank you for being here and telling us about this you know, the Avatar film and our Christmas
Oh,
special.
great. Thanks. And I hope to see you guys again soon over the holiday, whatever. We can do another stream.
Yeah. Excellent.
Sounds good. We'll see you soon,
Speak to you
Price.
soon.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Terminator 2 was his last huge win, in my opinion. Shadow Human. Yes, but he was a filmmaker. Like, he could have done so much more than the blue fucking, you know, Dances with Smurfs. The Revelancing robot. Oh, man. I've struggled today. I have struggled today getting my lips around the content and words coming out of my word hole. Price missed my super chat. Was it on this show or on his show? Look, listen, everyone, I apologise if I've missed super chats, but I've had a terrible day trying to cover super chats. I seem to have missed them all. I've got to work this out, so there's no way we miss any more of the super chats. So let's read this one here before we go. We'll start wrapping up. What's the most popular American cigarettes in Australia? I'll send you a carton so you can sell them. You could make a fortune.
Oh, we could strike up a deal.
Yeah, well, it's so expensive. You hardly see anyone smoking it all these days, do you? And people don't get out the packs because they've just got a picture of a big, ugly Brie Larson foot on them. And they're smoking in a corner so no one
Yeah, because
asks
they're
them.
meant to be humiliated.
Remember the days you'd share smokes with people? These days it's like giving them $10, giving a ciggy. But I reckon you could send anything out and we'd be able to sell them. And like keep the channel going, selling black market cigarettes to the public.
Yeah, whatever we can do.
There's a huge black market problem in it. Well, I don't call it a problem. It's good for the people buying the ciggies, selling cigarettes in Australia because they're so stupidly expensive. So now is that it for Christmas? Is that it for this week?
It.
We've lost our only guest. We've lost Price. He's gone. I want to thank everyone for being here for another messy show. Messy show. It was a bit all over the place, but we got there in the end. We filled the void of time and talking about Christmas, and I appreciate everyone being here. It was good to see everyone here, and thank you very much for the super chats. And yes, like I said, next week, please send in best and worst to finish up the year. We'll go through our best and worst of the year and talk about what we enjoyed and what we hated.
Sounds good.
And will you be back, Polly?
And yes, I've got to bring photos of ciggy packets.
And with Brie Larson's foot on them.
I'll do that.
Yeah, so send in your. You know what? When we did the whole time we did the mailbag, I never put up where you send the mail to, and I'm telling people to send it. It's here, robotheadmailbag, no S, @gmail.com, or the Trigger Show on Twitter, and you can DM there. Their DMs are open, and send us your problems and what you enjoyed this year and what you hated, or just photos of Brie Larson's feet. And we'll try not to mention queefing next week. We'll try and keep that to a minimum. So that's it for this week.
I had to read it.
You had to find out what it was.
I had to find out what it was.
So thanks everyone for being here. Come back next week. Send us your mail. And don't forget, when you come back next week, make sure you bring your mates.
Robot is ready to go. No